the return of Springfest, some updates to Sanhok, and a new gunplay labs. All this and more as we dive into the Update 33.2 patch report. First up, Springfest is back with a new theme. Inspired by Greek mythology, Springfest 2025 will bring a new crafter pass, progressive weapon skins, chromas, and special crafting items, all themed after iconic mythical creatures. There's even a new custom lobby skin to unlock. Keep your eye peeled for more info coming soon. Next, now that you've had some fun blowing it up, Sanhok is getting a couple additional updates. Sanhok's trusty loot truck is being reintroduced and will function mostly the same, except that there will only ever be 4 per match, and will spawn at designated locations shortly after the match starts, instead of starting from their garages. We're also adding the recall system to Sanhok based on your feedback. Recall fights will happen less frequently than normal due to Sanhok's smaller size, but try it out and let us know if we struck the right balance. Speaking of balance, a new Gunplay Labs is opening up to test out upcoming improvements to weapons. In Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, you can drop into an accelerated combat environment to test out the new aim punch levels on each different weapon type. In this mode, the blue zone is faster paced, and there's more loot to be had everywhere to encourage more frequent encounters. For more information on Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, be sure to check out the patch notes. Update 33.2 is here, so practice your aim punch, track down the loot truck, and get ready for a spring celebration. We'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
And it looks like it's time to get stuck into game number 1. Celsius. It'll be a lot of fun, and the big thing for us is keeping track of that kill feed.
The mortars are incoming now, Gibson, so let's hope we get to see some, because we do see some unbelievable accuracy during the esports at the tier 1 level, pointing using Pythagoras' theorem there to, it is absolute chaos. And I mean, it's fascinating to see this unfolding. As the students know, they're going to have the Panzers, once they've expelled them, they're pretty up, and there's a really nice shot of them. You can just let a few go, and it's kind of a close range mortar, and just hope for potluck as a grenade tries going out there, and it does beautifully. That's a great effect later on, and he just decides to just
dip dive and dodge their way through the open ground. There's Dame getting that one onto Lassa ground. Martier will get a nade onto Hodza a little bit further away, but this is a big one, and Supermore done something like this before with the Panzers, because these guys... Oh, light fight. What's happened here then?
To each other. And they're just working well as a team here to just trade off. But, oh, what a shot there. Winner of Mad Max normally has a fight with Dells, as we see. Mr. Zip Time once again taken down over, as Dimir also takes another member of Noobs down. Yeah, going back to my other point is we have a boxing match now. Oh, fantastic stuff. He can try to stop this 4v1 as a good shot goes out and gets the first knock here to Trigate Gray there. Can he get the second knock? He does indeed. 54, he's only got a quarter of his life back. Has to back away. He's down to 9 HP. What a phenomenal. Oh, unlucky. Winner, chicken winner. Fantastic effort. Ooh, we've got 2 zones within one here, so this is a bit like the donut zone. He's right and centre here, and I think they're in construction. Good jump off there, lands there, the shotgun.
So they're rotating around, they're not taking any chances. Oh, there you go, there's the first one. Zip Tie will find one.
Shots onto Team Key here as the molly goes out, and that deadly MP9 there. Savage weapons pushes, but
I'll go on the rest of the teams, but let's jump over to this fight between Haunted Death Boxes and Snow with Blacklist.
As we see Figgleton here, as you mentioned, deciding to... Oh, I thought he's got a burden now. He's got all sorts of choices.
He's playing for the Sonics. He's in the Sonics as well. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He's like, you have 29 HP, you have 2 first aids. Yeah, you're going to have to first aid pretty soon.
Oh no.
No. I think 100% that this team here could rotate in that way.
Yep.
You have the option of rotating in that way. You want to kind of be here or here. You definitely don't want to be in that section there that you see Figgleton who was down then, to be honest.
I feel like you're just drawing me. I need to draw hair on that just to show everyone that it's not you just drawing me there. No.
And then we want to finish it off properly. We've got to give you the... There you go. There's your cat ears. Perfect.
We should screenshot and sell that. I think that's a new Banksy, is that? Of course, we have to hashtag blame Del, as Patrick's on his vehicle, flying through the air now as he knocks himself. What a time to be. Oh yes, it would. Yeah, that would be chaos.
The tiger just got off as he flipped. Ravenna is able to find that knock and potentially get the flush, but here is Defal looking to push on up, and what a great nade that is by Jordan. If you died of it, right, I'd be fuming. How did those bullets should have landed?
I'd be having words with the bricklayers about this gap in the wall if I was, the owner. Like, that's...
Do you know who laid those bricks?
Go on.
Dell.
As we see, team here. We don't even know which team this is. Having a party.
Will be a large zone. Well, it ain't too far away. No.
Absolutely phenomenal. Really meticulous in the way he plays the game. Is Noah having a lot more fun in these games than he's been doing. As we see, real couple more there.
Back on their feet once more. Patlon holding the off angle. Tay will fall at the hands, but still is looking to get some revenge.
Game at the top. Someone trying to take down Dells there.
Dells is gone as well. He's not going to take part in this game anymore. There's
no points involved there. Spots out another one. Oh, did not land any damage yet.
Or that time.
Or that time.
Or that time. Survivor number 1.
Hang on.
You know bullets do better if you actually shoot the person. I think haunted loot crates are going to take the win, or at least they should take the win here.
It's a res off. It's an absolute res off here. And I think we do have as winner who won it. You see the full force is landing, and that actually looks fantastic there. Because picking up a couple of knocks and confirms here. Who's up the arc in the kill feed once again.
Downs as the defenders have their back against the... We have an infiltrator right inside the castle, but who built the arc's going to get knocked, and this could be curtains. Rudan peeking around. All he's got to do is strike the final blow inside the smoke, and this game could be done and dusted. The question is, where is who built the arc? We know he's down. Has he been rezzed yet? He's down. Who built the arc is out, and the attacking side will take the crown. Defenders, whenever these attackers, I suppose I should say, when he eventually... Yeah, I think Who Built the Ark has decided to put us all out of our misery. The game is done. Congratulations to Team Soup the More. They stormed the walls This time around, it will be Soup and his squad that are defending the castle. Look at the barricade that has been created for Soup to play up on top of this roof.
Does that not? Brilliant. Subdemore might be. And now he can't get off that roof as easy because he's got so much stuff around him as these mortars coming in. So
there doesn't seem to be any real cohesion with the way they're doing it. And it's not working out, and they're going to lose players one by one.
Separating within the church.
See, Touch of Madness. He's got his section. All your Devastation's got to stop bullying him. Look, he's getting so much information here as well.
The end of it, Devastation is one of the MVPs of this game.
Can see you've got a little bit of a push here as Light Bite is going to go head to head and going to get knocked on the other side by Hutch Frags. Big O will go down. It's done. It's GG's. Really well played.
They actually all get to the water because that's the main point. That's the main whole fun of it. You know, there's no point in killing someone on land, you know, and ruining their last game purely because you just want to get an extra kill. You know, let's get to the beaches, let's get in the hoverboats, and let's have a load of fun. Right?
Every once in a while, just game. You know, to not be playing normals, to not be playing ranked, to just play for the sake of playing and having fun.
Okay, so another bending move. Oh, a nice destruction guard style there, bumper guard.
Games tonight so far, we'll be looking for the fifth. Row. There you go. Jolly Nades have made it.
I love it. Fantastic.
They're rowing the wrong way, though. The question is, does he have the extended mag? As they've picked Supermore as the target, he's going to go.
No, why aren't they shooting? But no, they're still on shoulders. And Supermore comes flying past here as Backshots tries to deal him damage, but the Blues Up may do the damage instead. He's down to about 10 HP. He's going to be 5 HP now. It's all the teams just taking a breather here on the water because it's in his POV. I don't see the name tags. I thought everyone was dead for a second.
Yeah, it's 5 players left alive. I think at this point, maybe the strategy could be to smash the other team into the blue. You know, airboats out, hope the blue does enough damage that you can then finish them off. Light Fight, things not looking good as Hackshots gets the kill. And oh, there's the last player, damage being dealt. Then just get him to see it. This is genius! This is genius!
Oh, what? Did he just jump on the boat?
He did.
That was incredible.
And be ready, 2025, because PUBG and the customs will be back with a bang. We'll see you all soon.
Yo, PUBG fans, what's going on? We are here with the PUBG Reddit community custom games. Matchroom, I'm going to be taking you through a lot of the action. I'm going to be joined by Porosaurus in just 1 second. So we've got a ton of action.
Hey.
5 games with a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to get into it today.
Yeah, this is the best part, man. I love watching traditional classic esports level PUBG, but I mean, you always forget that this game is capable of doing so much more, and we are doing so much more with these wild custom games here today.
I mean, this is just going to be a lot of fun. This is a league series, so there's going to be like points on the line. There are some stakes involved in it. But at the same time, it's going to be a lot of spicy games. If you're here for just like super sweaty esports action, there is going to be some sweaty stuff that happens in it. But let's be honest, this is going to be a lot more about just trying to have as much fun as humanly possible, because that's what PUBG is about, right? You know, sometimes it's just about getting together with your friends, doing some stupid stuff, having some fun, you know, just like maybe shooting each other, doing those types of things. It's a very common thing that happens inside of PUBG. And so we're going to be running through a ton of very, very fun game modes. Specifically across the 5, there's a couple of them that I'm very, very excited about. But as we're going to be going forward, make sure the fact that you guys go and you get everything set. There's going to be a period of time on how you can join and get everything set up. But the easiest path for it is really, really simple. Just go and join the Discord. The Discord will give you all the information that you need. So upon joining the Discord, go make sure you check out the custom games information, and then that's just going to be how you can progress from there.
Yep, and that's where you're also going to find the lobby information. So if you're wanting to get in, if you want to get those passwords to get inside the lobby, these are 100-player lobbies, so we got plenty of space. Welcome one, welcome all, but get in while you can. We got 5 games on the docket today with G-Coin on the line. Custom game modes, we will go over the rules for each of these individual game modes, but I've already said it, Matt, they are some wacky stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I love about it.
Is.
So all All right, starting everything off, where now? Easy peasy. Keep in mind though, we're going to be in FPP on Vikendi. The blue zone, once it immediately connects, the circle is just going to go ahead and start to move in, but it is going to be at a slower time. Game number 2 though, whoa, looks like it could be pretty spicy.
Game number 2 is going to be exciting. I mean, there are going to be so many P90s on the field, and I don't know how I feel about that, but we're gonna see how it plays out when everybody's got the God mode gun. Game 3, we're getting to an unpopular decision where it's only the mutant, the Tommy, the Bison, and the SKS. That sounds like an absolute nightmare to me, man.
And in TPP on top of that. So that means it's going to get even weirder as we go forward. Blame Dell. No, I'm not going to blame Dell for game number 4. I'm going to praise Dell because only pistols, only melee weapons, but then every single time the zone closes, you're going to get yourself a new gun. And then of course, one of my favorite game modes,
yes,
Mad Max Fury Grounds, gonna be kicking it off in game number 5, crossbows and vehicles only. There are a couple of throwables in there, no nades or anything else like that, but it is going to get absolutely wild. I love vehicle-based game modes so much.
Sometimes that's all you really need to get the job done. Now, point system is going to be a little bit different if you're used to standard esports stuff. You get 1 point just for joining the game. That's like getting your name right on the SAT. And every 5 minutes survived gets you another point, 7 points for finishing first, and you can see the placement points from then on, but no points for kills, Matt. No points for kills. So anybody that's getting in there and just running rampant through the lobby, good for you, buddy. We'll talk about you. We'll give you high fives, but you're not getting points for it.
Well, I mean, you know, eliminating the competition does give you a better chance at first place
There
position.
is something to be said.
Not so mad about it. So here's our independent missions as well. These all have to take place inside of each round. So mission 1, easy peasy. Just drive for 5 kilometers. A lot of teams can probably accomplish that, specifically in the last game. Shouldn't be a surprise. Mission number 2, take 0 blue zone take 0 blue zone damage. Nades are excluded from this one, so pretty much just don't hang out in the blue. First game should be pretty easy with that one. But then mission 3, Poro, seems like it's going to be complicated. Use exactly 3 energy drinks and 1 painkiller. No more, no less. 3 shall be the number of the count.
No less. 3, exactly. 3 shall be the number of the count, and you get additional points for all of those. And obviously, the our lovely admins will be keeping track of all that and keeping the leaderboards updated as we go along. But that's going to be very hard for us to keep track of. But we do have participating content creators today. Make sure you go and check them out. We will be keeping eyes on them all day long with Amalama, Who Built the Ark, and the real Supermore.
I mean, lots of different ways you can watch this. Make sure you're going and supporting any of the streamers that are participating in this. Big part of the community events is the community. Shock, I know. But make sure if you see anybody that's doing something fun or cool, go give them a follow. You know, a big part of this is trying to make sure that we support each other and kind of help anybody that's kind of starting off or maybe doesn't have the biggest following get some love, maybe even kick off some type of streaming career. You get the opportunities to be involved in that. Of course, come hang out with us. We're going to be your hub for where all of the action is going to be, but feel free to venture out and go see some of the other streams. We 1000% encourage it because we also do have a ton of G coin that's going to be given away on Discord. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going through the day. Of course, participation is also going to have prizes for G coin going through the entirety of the season that's going to be going on. And this is the start of the season, bro. This is everybody starting at 0. So this is where everything's going to kick off.
Yep. This is where you start writing your story, your fantabulous community content creator, Reddit. I'm just spitting words out at this point. This is where it all
we
starts.
Usually cast like 5 hours later than this. Our brains aren't working yet. I'm not even going to judge you. It's fine.
That's fine. That's whatever. But hey, make sure step 1, you got to follow step 1. Go and join the Discord right now. Make sure that you get your passwords for each of these lobbies. If you're not feeling like playing, there's still giveaways for 500 G coin in those as well. So make sure you keep track. So go join that Discord right now. But I think we might be getting ready to get into game, Matt.
All right. So guys, you need to get into game, get everything situated. Make sure you go join the Discord. If you're one of our players that's confirmed for today, right now, go and get in the lobby. There's a bit of delay from where we're at into there. So make sure you get in as fast as humanly possible. But I believe we're going to take a quick break to get everything situated for game number 1. Make sure you stay tuned and get in that lobby. We will see you in just 1 second.
Let's go. boy.
Hey, it's about time for game number 1. We have a very important thing that we have to talk about before we get started, though, Mike.
What's that?
Caster bias. And am I joining you in caster bias today, or do I need to become the heel caster against what are going to be your hero squad for the day?
Hey, look, you can be caster biased in the opposite direction. It's fine. I know that I have one particular team that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on all day.
And who is that team?
That would be Pora's Used Car Sale Emporium, where you go for all your used car PUBG needs and for all your victories, all your kills, all your points collected throughout the day will be going into the hands, our greasy, greasy hands.
I've got a very specific question. Yes, we are going into game number 1, where you're going to have to be essentially staying ahead of a constantly moving blue zone. But on Vikendi, opportunities for that. Game number 5. From what I remember, Pora's used car lot didn't always have the best of cars. Does that put you in a better position for a crash derby, or a worse position for a crash derby?
All I'm saying, are they used? Are they cars?
A used car lot? Yeah.
Then we're doing good. Okay, we're ready. We're set. That's all we need. I have no idea who's playing on this team.
No, I don't either.
I had no naming rights were involved, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with it.
So just to give you guys an idea, we don't know who's on any of these teams just quite yet. So we're coming in surprise. It's gonna be a
when we mess up your names
of us destroying your name. I'm sorry.
That is probably your fault for having a weird name. I'm just saying. Well, we're just gonna say it, or I'm gonna shorten it to something that makes sense.
Hey, I've got your back. Nobody can say my name for whatever reason. Matrim is apparently the hardest thing on the face of the earth to say for so many people. Every European is like Matrim. It's like I don't know. So I'm with you. If I screw up your name, just know mine's messed up all the time too. Or yours is oddly enough pretty easy, even given how many vowels are in it.
I know. Even Europeans can say it, Matt. Why are you so anti-Europeans? Yeah. Why are you so anti-European, Matt?
I mean,
I hope that Pora's Used Car Emporium is all European. That's my European friends.
Oh, wow. You've made a hard shift into this now, haven't you? It's just like a full meme that you are committed into.
It also goes along with my my Brazilian friends that I also love so much.
Hey, you can't take Sparking from me. He's mine. So guys, looks like we're getting ready for game number 1. Again, nothing crazy on this one. We are going to be getting Vikendi, which is, I know, one of your favorite maps is the Dinosaur Lover. And again, nothing too crazy on this one. Just going to be not a lot of downtime, so you just got to keep moving. But keep in mind, the blue zone circles are going to close slower, so it's not going to be that bad. It's a little bit of change, but the perfect way to start the day.
Well, you gotta keep your head on a swivel. You gotta know, hey, it's my homie, the Bears. Let's go. You gotta keep an eye on where that blue zone is, and especially what time of the game it is. So if you do end up getting involved in any fights on that edge, you gotta know that that edge is never gonna stop moving. Especially, I mean, it's gonna come into play if you have to get revives, anything like that. So, we'll see how it plays out. But we do have what appears to be an almost all the way full lobby here today, match from 96 players. So it is going to be action from the jump.
Oh my God, 96 names to massacre. I cannot wait, guys, as there looks like the potential of a ton of teams stacked on top of each other. And with 96 and a Southern Plain path like this, bro, is going to be off the get-go. Keep in mind, though, vehicles are going to be a core component of this game mode, and getting them early is going to be better than getting guns, because at least you can get to where you need to go. Problem is, somebody else grabs those guns, you're going to have a problem in and of yourself. So one squad does look like they're making a little bit of a faster landing. Should be able to pick up the vehicles. Meanwhile, pink squad's just going to be floating up in the air with no idea where to go, as they're going to be landing right next to all these vehicles rolling below.
Yeah, good, smart play by pink squad. They realized that they didn't have priority on the drop, so they pull off. They go a little bit farther north, and hopefully this brown team or orange team or whatever color that might be team will continue on their merry way. Yeah, they're just going to go ahead and stop down and loot right there. So, I mean, this could still end up being a fight later on. We'll have to keep an eye on pink team. They've got some decisions to make here.
Juan looks like that's going to be it. And already we've got our first blood. Is going to be PSM's Looney's going down, and it's going to be Thomas Fur that finds him.
All right, Pan Smashers, you're down 1. You got a barrel in hand. Snows, though, they are still kind of separated here. You also see in the picture-in-picture, we got another hot drop. Not surprising, given that we have so many players in this lobby, that there are so many hot drops to start off with. 2 down for Ark, and they almost got Okra-sama.
And I mean, who built the Ark already down? In some trouble out here. So Llama now going to be moving down, seeing if maybe he can get the flush out. Should be able to spot out Ark on one side of it. Does. Is it bait? It looks like it is. Who built the Ark did spot it out. The Hockey Puck, though, got himself shotgun, gonna go with prep, but good exchange between the two. Hockey Puck getting a little bit better of it at the tail end and at least forcing Llama away.
Like that, leading with the shotgun and trying to turn it over with the M16, but the jumping shot, he will get him. He gets 1 round in to the next player, but can't get the knock. But now it's all down to Apocalypse, and Apocalypse has been spotted out. 31 HP to play with. Won't be able to get away. And Ama Llama will win the first fight against Who Built the Ark.
I mean, their tag was specifically, please don't shoot us. That's just kind of rude to do right off the start. I mean, Snows, you can see, did take 1 casualty for the exchange, but sitting in a pretty good position. Nobody really up into the northeastern part of the map right now. It's just all skirmishing down into the southern areas, specifically around that center point, so we can see a lot of these teams trying to play from. Yeah, guys, we're trying to keep up with the names. We're trying to keep up with what's happening in a lot of these fights, but Pineapple Pizza is going to get eliminated, and that's going to be HDB that does find them. I gotta admit, my eyes don't seem like they're liking all of the teams on here. I'm having trouble reading a couple of them at range.
That's okay. Hot Drop Burrito managing to win that fight without taking a single loss in the process. Pan Smashers now going to go down, as well as Super Survivor will be not too far behind, as we see Key should be able to get this revive before Rez gets involved. But they've got him pretty spotted out here. So that's a dangerous gun to be playing off a hot drop. Dragunov does a bunch of damage.
Yeah, but on the opposing side of it, there's a lot of different flankable positions that could be coming out from this one. So instead, it's going to be Key. Looks like they're trying to shut those down and control Rez at range. Got a lot of vision. Minnie's going to go ahead and open up a bit. See if maybe they can force them to huddle back up together. But nice shots coming out from Rez to force the Keyboard Warriors to kind of step away from that angle and allow them to regroup.
Yeah, Distilled having to pull back down. You kind of hope that he can hold on to that high ground for a little bit longer, but and give that information over to the rest of the team. But now that he's sitting there without a helmet and he knows he's been spotted out by somebody who can bang those headshots pretty quick, yeah, he's going to pull back down. So now that information gathering that they had from him is now lost. So Keyboard Warriors are going to be having to play through on the ground, but it looks like Rez is just content to play a little tower defense. They've got their corner picked out, and they're going to defend it.
So the plane path into circle is a bit complicated. We've had a lot of firefights coming through, so I'm going to give you guys a quick update on that. Pretty much it is going to be due north of the west, so it means that where we're looking at with a couple of these firefights, they're going to have to make sure that they're going pretty quick, because you can see that a lot of teams are not inside a circle. Specifically, all the stuff that's going down into the south is a big problem to deal with. So safe Rez, while they do have some vision that they can play around for the time being, and CC, they have to be cautious. They are right along that area that could lead into a couple of these firefights, specifically the death funnel in and of itself. So Keyboard Warriors, I think, starting to get an idea on that one. Wants to start playing this more aggressively, stepping in. Looks like they're starting to get some flanked angles of approach. Looks like they might be able to find out, or at least spot one of these Rez members in just a second.
Yeah, the big thing here is to get that opening knock and trying to open up a door here.
Oh, nice nade.
Because a grenade, he's going to find him as one, or on, is it on SA? I'm going to call you SA. But he's going to get taken down by Hot and Spicy. Didn't see the flanker coming through. So 1 down for each team. But you got to imagine Rez in a little bit of a better position here, given that they have that hard cover to work with. But Hot and Spicy using that ridge line to great effect. But great grenade from Mountaineer, and immediately follows it up with a spray. And he gets 2 instantly.
I mean, the defense is coming together a bit, but it's scattered around. You can see safe Rez having to be cautious about it, wants to commit into this Rez. Definitely not the safest of Rezes for the time being, the way we've seen these nades going back and forth between everybody. Keyboard Warrior still dancing around the outside of this one, but Mountaineer doing a good job on making sure to control the angles of approach. Now Rez with this, starting to stretch back out, knows where a couple of members for Keyboard Warriors are going to be at. Renee specifically going to be throwing that smoke, now 100% aware of his location. Shots coming out, but good defense coming out from it. I mean, Keyboard Warriors Renee just doing a good job of playing a very sneaky angle, feeding that information over to teammates, and now it is going to be Solstad on the other side of it. The man, Soda Distilled on the other side.
That's what I'm gonna go with anyway. But great flanking angle from Soda Distilled here, and it does manage to get the knock and the flush instantly. That's not what you want. No, SA, you don't want to take out your own player, but Soda Distilled in a 1v everyone situation will go down. One of them's got a res though. Who is it going to be? I think it's Distilled.
Okay. Now we got to be careful. Mountaineer, I was going to say, he seems like he's been putting in a ton of the work, sitting at 3 of those 5 kills. One say should be able to get rezzed here in just one moment, and this also is going to buy some quiet inside the zone. Meanwhile, a lot of rotations coming into play right now is because you just got it, man. That's going to be the whole name of this game. Blue zone is collapsing in about another 40 seconds before we're going to see the next shift, and instantaneously, the blue zone's going to start collapsing.
Hot Drop Burrito been on fire so far. His man's there already with 6 kills to his name, 8 kills overall for the squad. They managed to pick one out of the rotating team that made their way off to the north, but Hot Drop Burrito, they're looking pretty good so far here. You can see their utility in that tiny screen. They could stand to use a little bit more, but if you keep getting kills like the way they are, the loot's gonna come. I think Burger Jr. might be the medic, I'm guessing. I mean, five first aids and 30 bandies.
Or just got goals in and of himself. He could be the tank too, right? You gotta pick yourself. But I mean, this is also a good position for them to be playing from. They're pretty close to center. They've got themselves some compounds. So, like you're talking about, racking up the kills, securing territory around them, but they're in a clown car. So no real threats near them. They're passing by that blue chip location. I was curious to see if maybe they were going to stop and camp a bit, but I like this. Breakout. Separated into 2 different vehicles. A new circle. About to pop in just 1 second. Where are we going to be going?
Oh, we got an E pickup into play as well. Tequila survive a little bit longer, and yeah, that was well, actually, I don't know. Tequila was taken out by Safe Res, so that's the last player left alive for that squad. They stay in it after losing everybody else, but now Safe Res, after winning that fight, their job does not get any easier as they have a number of teams still kind of around them. You see Dome just starting to make their way into that same compound as this next circle is just not popping.
Well, I think that it's just going to it's slow collapsing right now. So it's just going to go to the center. So there aren't any other circles from what I'm guessing. So it's just going to slow shift in. So you're just going to have to be fighting for the center point from what I'm guessing. I'm thinking it's moving. I can't quite make it out, but Safe Res having to deal with some new rats and friends that have managed to join in with them, but are going to defend up yet again. It's going to be one say fighting out one, already knows where second one's going to be coming in, but has to be careful about it. Mountaineer's going to be playing a bit separated from it, so reinforcements definitely coming in from the side of Indie. Patrick's going to have to be a bit careful on the opposing side, but that cheeky angle still spins it back around. One say, that is nuts.
How did he win that? Iceberg, you got sent back to the Stone Age, my friend. You got absolutely destroyed. Safer is doing an amazing job here of holding on to this compound, given how much pressure that they've had drop on top of them, and they get another couple of kills here, 9 total, and they get Tequila back. So yeah, okay, that was the Blues ship. So that is the one player that they lost was Tequila, who is now back, and they are back up to full strength with 9 kills.
Okay. Blue zone has now shifted.
Circle
we do
did
have a
finally
circle
pop.
now. Yeah, it did happen. You know, just it took it a second. Yeah, sometimes PUBG wants to think about where it wants to go and bait us all out, but we are going to shift it just a bit over into the west. So a team specifically where we're going to be at with Safe Res, they're going to have to move into the circle. We've got a big firefight that's going on down to the southeast. Vehicle jockeying around each other, but just run into it. No fear, drops directly out of it, but you can see a squad stacked up inside of vehicles, having to deal with all the shots coming out. AF, then it's going to be, what is it? TV Wars on the outside. I mean, this is just all about trying to get into the circle, but I mean, that's a pretty strong vehicle to try to chase down.
It sure is, but they are not afraid of chasing it down here as PBT just going after WASD. They already lost one from a grenade. They're going to run into the hay bales. That might slow things down just a little bit, but WASD may be able to get out of this. No, they're gonna pull up. They're gonna get inside this compound. Now they are still outside of zone. They have some time to work. Oh no, they don't. That blue zone is crashing super fast. So they have to get this fight on the way as quickly as possible here.
I mean, I just love the setup around this. You can see the fact that Gab's lightning storm just crashed in on multiple angles, denied it out, and so now they're just continuing the hunt. And do they know where the last couple of members are? Yeah, yep, they are just getting picked apart. WASD, one right after another, just falling. So now it is goal going to be on how Gab's lightning storm wants to deal with the lightning storm that they've got on top of them and how they're going to move forward, because they're going to have to deal with it is going to be TBT that's got some vision on it.
Man, that BDRO was feeling pretty good there for a second, and all of a sudden, just like that, WASD down to it here. Hot Drop Burrito still getting involved here from long range. They spot out Gab squad, and they're doing a pretty good job of just kind of controlling the area around them. They have a good idea of just about everything that's going on here. As we see another team does get eliminated. We've got a number of scraps going on the edges, on the borders, on the north side and on the southeastern side. The west side, however, is completely clear.
Oh, train! It's okay. It's just providing cover right now, right?
Yeah,
Everything's fine.
Easy.
Now, so we're sitting at 56. We've lost about half of our people, and this is a pretty open area of the map. We got Dino Land still in play. Taros also pretty much in play still. I think there's like a bit of a wall that's no longer in play. But the center area, pretty open right now. So with the amount of people that are still up and alive, there's a couple of decent opportunities to make rotations early, and it looks like a couple of these squads opting to do that. You can see it is going to be safe res going in for a stopover, but yet again, right up against the zone walls, new circles popped.
Yeah, new circle pops, and Safe Res is still out here farming. Mountaineer is landing some big boy shots right now, and 10 kills so far for Safe Res. They've got company right on top of them in their same compound. They also have another squad rotating off to their south there. Whoa, on SA. Getting them low. Tequila will be the one that gets the knock, however. So BRV in a lot of trouble here. Safe Res, they're coming at him. Oh no! A good grenade's going to get down on SA, and that's going to be the flush coming through again.
Tequila just leading the charge right now, knows exactly where they are, trying to see if he can maybe stop out this res. Mountaineer doing the work on the opposing side of it, and no surprise, he has just been racking up kill after kill. So now it's just going to be how they're going to go for the assault in. Information being fed over from Tequila now knows exactly where the outliers are. Look around, knows where it's at, goes for the flush. And going to make sure that he has his teammate back behind it. But this is the dangerous angle. Stepping around, there's multiple ways it can be shot. So he wants to wait for a second before making the push around. Does go for it, no fear. And that is actually going to be Burritos that are taking some shots at him. Goes for the shots over the wall. Picks it up easy.
The idea was right, but the execution a little bit lacking there, as he had him in the corner with the deployable cover. And the good news for Safe Res is that the compound that they're in has that revive station at it, so they should be able to get their knock player back. As we check in with Aim Masters making their way across the hills, but you could see on that mini map just how populated this section of the map is currently.
I mean, we've got the hot potatoes just chilling in the middle of everything, and boy, they are harassing everything that moves around them. High kills, high amount of control. And meanwhile, we're starting to make our eyes over towards this mountain, and you can see it's going to be Gab's Lightning Storm did manage to make it over here, but they're going to have to deal with two different squads. One on high ground that's taking some shots in, and on the opposing side of it's going to be ERR that are kind of like held out, having to deal with what's going to be going on. Meanwhile, Llama still alive, creeping their way in. Llama does spot it out, and they just pick them off as they are trying to rotate out. That's PUBG timing in a nutshell right there, man.
Just got absolutely wrecked coming out of there, and job's not done here for Llama as they still have people above them on that higher ground taking shots down, but they've got concerns of their own to worry about too, because there's still a squad on their backside. As we check back with Jindula, they keeping an eye. They know that there's somebody out here. It feels like they know to be looking for somebody, and it's going to be Lone Ranger, the last player here for Team Error, being real sneaky about it, but I think he's been found out.
I mean, I think he was the last one in that squad whenever it separated, so they know that they didn't get an insta out on everybody when they rolled out. So they're assuming that there's going to be a solo hiding in around them somewhere. The new circle's popped and moved up into the north. And
Brontosaurus, what are you doing?
Soup, that's gonna be harsh. All right, here we go. And can we get some revenge? Error taking the shots on the rotator and not going to be able to find it, at least be able to pick up some meds, but here we go. It's gonna be WD down to the south, gonna be collapsing in right along the same line as GNR. And all up to the north, we got Llama caught up with Aggro.
Oh, and they are taking maybe a little bit too much here for Team Llama, as they've been doing great so far this round, but now they've run into Team Squat with a little bit better positioning there, and if they can get their man back up, looks like they will. New Brooder back on his feet, and they are still alive. They've got the edge, but they've got to keep a couple of teams out here. They got good cover though to work with.
Yeah, 3 squads, about to be 4, all intersecting on this position as Overwatch is going to be coming in. Meanwhile, you can see this is just a mess in the south. It's still going to be, I mean, just a control coming up from that hillside. Not a lot to happen. Safe Res still just trying to rack up kills. Tequila is down. You can see it is going to be a firm defense Mountaineer. Looks like he's trying to shift into a bit more of a high ground position, but he's going to be a distraction for his squad. There's just not a lot of different ways to handle it. Remember, this circle is not going to stop. It's going to stay here for just a couple of seconds, and then we're going to see the new circle, and it's already going to start to collapse in. You just got to go. You got to make something happen, but you're now moving specifically into a pinched position if you are res, and that is going to be hard to deal with.
Burger taking out SA. So now Mountaineer, the last player left alive for Team Safe Res. Inside the zone though, so that is one good thing. Oh no, just got absolutely domed by Amalama as Cassie is knocked. Fury will be the one sticking these reses. Gets hack shots back up, might be able to get New Brooder if they get there quick enough. Cassie back up as well, so everybody back on their feet. A quick revive coming in clutch there.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to deal with up in the north. Aggro at least has something to work with. Drop Burrito, you can see in that control that they've been just cementing in, now continuing the rain of bullets that they're just dropping in on Gab's Lightning Storm. So luckily a bit of distraction as Mountaineer can just kind of hide out down below all of this. Once the new circle starts, though, it is going to be very hard for these teams that are playing on the edge to deal with, specifically with a hard western shift, as now most of these squads that we were looking at fighting up in the north, the south, and the east are all just going to have to make a mad scramble directly into the thick of the firefight.
Must be interesting to see how this north side plays out. 27 alive, and you got Team Dino up there that is just wrecking shop. They have so much room to work with, and there's a Lynx on the field in the hands of Talar. Hot drop Burrito, 12 kills for them so far, and they have everything right in front of them. You see, they are just spraying down on any team that's trying to rotate past, but they've got to make their way into the zone as well, so they got to be pretty quick about this.
Looks like they're just going to go with a kill everything that's in front of us, so our path is going to be open. Manser, Burgor also getting in some damages on everybody that's trying to roll in back behind him. Entirely stopped. You can see the fact that our NT just gate kept out. There is nowhere to go between the firing lines coming up from Hot Drop Burrito and Aggro on the other side. It is just decimation for the squads trying to approach. But Hot Drop Burrito still needs to move forward, and as they do, they're going to have to start dealing with a couple of these squads that are a bit more entrenched.
Mans are eating good right now. 8 kills, 14 total for the squad. As you can see, I mean, that Team Dino up there, look how much room they have to work around. We saw already Brontosaurus in the kill feed just absolutely decimated another squad. Gets back on his feet as well, so they are back to it with a lot of control. Gab's Lightning Storm, they're going to hold on to that high ground as long as they can, and Shaolin getting the double kill quickly there. I don't even know how he got away with that.
How did he get through that window? You had to assume that somebody's going to be coming in after that one. Meanwhile, Sleepy Chicken does spot out Mountaineer and gets the knock onto him. So I think that a Bleach Ship might have come out and provide some support for him and his squad, but Safe Res is finally going to go down. So now we've got Aggro. It's Fury TV, the last one up over here, trying to see if he can get a res up. Looks like he is getting some attention from Dino, though, as you talked about that control that's going on. They've got that hillside that they can kind of play to the north, but doesn't have vision on what's going on to the south, where we can see a lot of our teams starting to cluster around. high ground positional, though, going to be big for small stripes and the vision that they can look in. But I don't even know. It feels like Hot Drop Burrito doesn't even care. The more people that are just going to be maneuvering into the areas that they want to go, just more kills for them.
Oh, they've got Manser playing the solo hero right now, and it's paying off pretty good dividends for him. He manages to clear out the final remains of that squad, and now the other three are focusing their attention over here towards Gab's Lightning Storm. And right now, TBT Boars is just having to play it low. He's going to spot out Manser, gets the knock. That is a big name off the table here, but they've got to finish off the rest of them.
Got to be careful with Gab's positioning. They've got some cover to play from. Hot Drop Burrito still just kind of maneuvering around the outside of this firefight right now. They have kind of an inside track on the circle, but you can see the way that Gab's Lightning Storm is playing this one with the control that they had over the compound. It's already been lost. With Shaolin going down, that means that now they have to also deal with Dino on the other angle. So with these three squads, it's kind of Gab caught up in the middle of it. They've got to fight their way out of it. A lot of damage being thrown into it. Near no life on either one of them. Shaolin, the last one, now up, sitting at 10 life. He's got himself inside the compound, so at least some safety. Dino, now playing over into the north, has their eyes set down on Burrito, who has just been raining terror on everybody in the lobby.
Yeah, our team in pink up there towards the north has just seen this in the kill feed and has just got to be laughing. They had the easiest path here, as they now can come here and try to take advantage of all these players while they're recently knocked. Yep, Parker will get the knock, the re-knock on a TBT Boars, and another knock on a Shaolin. I'll drop Burrito. They're going to be looking through the smoke, trying to finish this off. They got to be aware of that second team that's coming.
Okay, now, with the way that we see this playing, with Hot Drop Burrito sitting at 17 kills, getting some vision down on the low side of it, they do spot out one. It's going to be Parker Jr. that spots all of the squad stepping away from it, does get the knock onto one, but that opens up the gates. We had one of the members for Dino playing down in the south, and Parker, who was trying to make sure he could supervise what was going on in the fight around that building. Now he has to shift back away from it. Gab now using this, creeping forward, lining up against the smokes, waiting to be the backstab. It looks like Telerex not going to be the one to allow it to happen. Already spotted him out, goes for the spray in, and finally Gab's Lightning Storm is eliminated.
Oh, Boars managed to get the self-heal off, but unfortunately for him, that IR scope coming in big, as Jinx will get knocked, but the immediate smoke coming through should be able to get Jinx back on their feet. As Burger back up as well. 18 kills now for Hot Drop Burrito, and they've got those IR scopes, and they are working. 2 knocks coming in immediately, and now it's all down to Parker and Brohanosaurus.
And Brohanosaurus just landed, so it's all going to be on Parker for now. He's taking a ton of damage. Brohanosaurus just trying to maneuver into a point. We can see the fact that as Brohanosaurus is trying to land, he's still up in a parachute right now. He has no idea on where he's going to be making his drop in. Parker's still just trying to cling to life, but he is going to go down. Brohanosaurus sitting on no life, going to land right into the thick of the enemy. There you go. Game number 1 now done. Hot Drop Burrito with 22 kills. Gonna take it.
22 kills and over 3k damage. That is impressive stuff from Hot Drop Burrito in game number 1. Goodness gracious me, they were scrapping from the word go, and it shows that you got a bunch of kills for it. But remember, Matt, kills don't matter.
Right, well, they matter in the fact that you can now move forward. You don't have to deal with people. Plus, I mean, 22 kills, that's saying something to the rest of the lobby. Also,
it's cool. It's impressive. It's definitely impressive.
I see you. I saw your 5 kills. I saw the capabilities, 11 kills. You guys were working it over there in the north. I know we weren't watching a lot of it, but that's because you guys killed everybody so fast.
The 1 HP parachute in to throw them for confusion. It was a strat. It didn't pay off in the end, unfortunately, but I hope we see that strat come back once again.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know everybody's dead. There's no guns on the ground. Yeah,
nothing you can do.
Just jump down and be like, hey guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and hand you this one. But we've got another 4 games to go, and it's just gonna get more and more fun. That was just the start, and that was just a hint of spice. We got a ton coming, so make sure you guys stay tuned as we get ready for game number 2.
The return of Springfest, some updates to Sanhok, and a new Gunplay Labs. All this and more as we dive into the Update 33.2 patch report. First up, Springfest is back with a new theme. Inspired by Greek mythology, Springfest 2025 will bring a new crafter pass, progressive weapon skins, chromas, and special crafting items, all themed after iconic mythical creatures. There's even a new custom lobby skin to unlock. Keep your eye peeled for more info coming soon. Next, now that you've had some fun blowing it up, Sanhok is getting a couple additional updates. Sanhok's trusty loot truck is being reintroduced and will function mostly the same, except that there will only ever be 4 per match, and will spawn at designated locations shortly after the match starts instead of starting from their garages. We're also adding the recall system to Sanhok based on your feedback. Recall fights will happen less frequently than normal due to Sanhok's smaller size, but try it out and let us know if we've struck the right balance. Speaking of balance, a new Gunplay Labs is opening up to test out upcoming improvements to weapons. In Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, you can drop into an accelerated combat environment to test out the new aim punch levels on each different weapon type. In this mode, the blue zone is faster paced, and there's more loot to be had everywhere to encourage more frequent encounters. For more information on Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, be sure to check out the patch notes. Update 33.2 is here, so practice your aim punch, track down the loot truck, and get ready for a spring celebration. We'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell.
All right, so we started off with just some faster blue zones connecting in, Boro, but now the wheels start to come off. This is where it gets fun. We are moving into Praise the Lord because
Always
presents from heaven shall descend. We have flare guns, weapons, armors from crates,
Oh,
100 crates each phase, so cover galore on our way. I'm excited for this Miramar.
So many crates. So many crates. But let's take a look at what our game 1 results were. Hot Drop Burrito with that big win, 22 kills, 3,300 damage. Impressive stuff from Manzer. And number 2, Sleepy Chicken, not too far behind, with Brohanosaurus leading the way with 5 kills, 12 kills overall for the team. Gab's Lightning Storm did pretty good too. And Team Squat managing to get all the way to 4th place.
Almost half of the lobby killed between these squads. Well
Pretty wild.
done. So at least now you have some threats to know what's going to be going on. Top 9 players of this match. Gorf, Dinero, going to be picking up some pretty solid points on this one, as well as TBT Boars, a 95. Bugger, no surprise. Alex. LRX? I don't know. Parker of no surprise on there. Ujinx, Manzer, Brohanosaurus, and Small Stripes.
Yeah. And remember that you have those missions that are each game as well. So you make sure you go ahead and complete those, get yourself an easy 5 points. So none of those, although the only one that's kind of difficult is the 3 energy drinks and 1 painkiller only for every match. So that's a difficult one. But if you want to get involved in these guys, make sure you join that Discord, get in there and get that password, get in the lobby and get you some more G coin, as we're giving away 500 after every game, 2 things of 500 after every single game in that Discord. But we are getting ready for game number 2. Praise the Lord, with flare guns and oh my goodness, 100 crates each phase on Miramar too. Good.
Praise the sun, man. Praise the sun, because there are going to be tons of presents falling from the sky. BRDMs. I always want to say BDRM instead of that's a different joke. So with this one, pretty much just know that there's going to be a plethora of things to use for cover, a ton of very strong players running around, because I mean, 100 crates each phase is just, it's lunacy, man. It's going to be so hard to keep up with what's going to be going on.
It's going to be wild. It's
going to
be
hard
wild.
To drive.
Every phase too. Like like early phases, it's whatever, but imagine late phases when, you know, C6, C7 comes around and you got 100 crates just dropping. I mean, everybody's going to be tier 3 out of their mind. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. Well, I can't wait to see it.
I just can't wait to see people try to drive around in this, because, you know, everybody wants those 2 points for 5 kilometers, man. You're just going to have crates all around the place. You're going to be having to navigate them. So it'll be very interesting to see how this is going to be handled. We got a couple of minutes before we get into the game. Reminder that we've got a ton of stuff that we're going to be looking at as we go through this. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Also, shout out to everybody inside of chat. So I know, in fact, we've got stuff going on YouTube. We got stuff that's going on Twitch. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody coming and hanging out. Remember, this is a community event, so feel free to say hi, try to get to know some of the players that are going on, and make sure you also go check out some of the other streamers that are participating in this. Just look for pretty much this title inside of there. You see PUBG Reddit. They should be able to easily be spotted on any of these platforms.
And also make sure you go and follow that PUBG Reddit. You know, lots of good stuff going on in there. Or in you got the comp Reddit too. So if you want to know more about esports, more about the professional side of things, you can follow that one as well. They don't do fun stuff like this though.
Oh no,
they're boring.
No. We tried to do a show match one time and everybody was just like goofing off. But I mean, it's still, I mean, if anything, we just found out that James is the best Sandhawk player in the world. But anyway,
that's fair.
Well, I guess FaZe would be, because also we see Gustav.
Yeah, Gustav was up there as well. Yeah. Well, but I'm excited to see if we hopefully we get the same amount of players in this lobby as we got in the last one. We had 90, I think almost 96, almost the full lobby in that last game, in that first game. So hopefully we get to see the same thing. And it looks like we are. Looks like 94 players are going to be in this next lobby. So it is going to be wild once again, Matt. As we saw right off the bat, I think we had about 5 different hot drops going off in game number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be kind of interesting. With this many crates as you have, do you even go for a point of interest drop, or do you just kind of drop in the middle of nowhere and hope that crates are going to land near you and then you can kind of get looted off of them? Like,
hope is not a strategy, Matt.
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, that's what you have to do, is you have to play the system, right? So in this system, how do you play it?
You know, I know exactly what would happen if I were to be playing in this game mode right now. The first set of crates that I rolled up on, I would just get sniped. I'd get dumped from somewhere. Like even though there's 100 crates dropping in the circle, the one crate that I go to is going to be the one that has like 3 people looking at it. That's how it always plays out.
I have played with you, and yeah, that's predominantly
I'm a bullet magnet.
Actually, what would probably happen is you would walk up to the crate and be like, ooh, what's inside this crate? And then a vehicle would slam into you from behind, killing you, as somebody is just like, oh, I want that crate more than he does. But
I'm really good at finding inventive ways to die and get shot.
True. This is true. There is no harm in sometimes wanting the safety of the compound, as Poro is wont to do. I don't even know how many times it's like,
I'm just staying in
we should go
bathrooms
after this.
for the
And he's
rest of
like,
my career.
No, this is my home. I live in my home. So
Well, when you get shot at as much as I do whenever you leave your home,
what you get for being like
makes you
7
wanna
feet tall.
stay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. It's not like that in game, but
Just jokes.
yeah.
How dare
What are
you
you gonna
apply
do?
logic?
I know. That's me. Well, we are in game number 2. Praise the Lord. 100 crates per circle. And we are on Miramar with 94 players in the lobby. And they are already dropping very southern plane path this time around, Matt.
Yeah, kind of similar to what we saw last time, just a bit inverted. Instead, we're going to be going west to east, Valdemar just north of Impala. But then remember, we did see a very northern circle
Look
to
at
follow this one
all
up.
the space we have up here. See, we got a telestrator, so I got to use it.
I know, got to use it once. So
Oops, wait,
maybe we'll
hold
get
on.
some Alcantara,
Oh no.
maybe
Hold on.
Oasis, Campo Militar.
I got this. Bam! PUBG.
Throw it in hard.
Well, it already looks like we have the potential for a couple of hot drops here. Look, I mean, look at. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. Well, look at everybody went north. It seems like we only had 4 teams out of 25 teams in the lobby. Only 4 went south of the plane path here.
I mean,
Five.
you have to kind of assume mathematically it is going to go north, but I'm just kind of worried about this whole Monte Nuevo like brickyard situation. That's a ton of teams, but yes, crates are going to fall. I don't know when they fall though, is the bigger question. Given the fact that we already
It's
have
true.
the blue zone coming in, I'm assuming that once this next circle pops, it's just going to be like
Oh my
all of
goodness.
the map. I can't wait to see the map happen and just pop and just be like crates.
I mean, look at, you see the flares just flying right now. As again, we talked about the crates. Flare guns were jacked up as well. So
I think this is the only way to get guns is from crates, isn't it?
everywhere. Look at all the planes. Look at the planes in the sky. The flight pattern is full, Matt.
I love it. It's like, I mean, just look at this. Look at all the flares in the air. This looks more like Helldivers right now with the amount of like stuff that's going on and all the stuff that's about to be dropping in. Let's just wait and see. Look at all the crates.
This is gonna be wild. This is gonna be wild. It's
Listen to
it's
it.
like
Just
D-Day.
listen to it. That is insane. Did you imagine being the air traffic controller for this?
We turned Miramar into Normandy.
We really kinda did. I mean, okay. So, yep, here's what it looks like from the ground, and
Like, okay, well, which one is mine?
look at all of the grandiose loot you've got down there. You've got attachments, but that's about it. So get you some attachments and then just continue to shoot in as the server screams in agony playing. Just please stop. No more flares.
You know what the other part about this is you see these guys, they're looking around and they're like, okay, well, we see crates dropping over there, so that means that there's a team right there. So
Bro,
we know about
You
this
telling
now.
me you can look up and figure out where a team is with all those flares going on? I'm just going to
mean-
assume everywhere.
I mean, well, if you're looking and you see like, you know, one compound down, there's 4 crates dropping on top. You're like, okay, well, I guess there's a team in that compound. Nobody's
this-
died yet.
And before somebody has a crate crash on their head.
Well, I'm one. So we have so many teams that are just south of Monte Nuevo, Chumacera area, and then all the way up in the northeast. A lot of teams just right on top of each other. Again, everybody's just waiting for these crates to fall to get weapons, and that's when the fight is going to start breaking out. So, what do you do? Like, what do you do in this situation? Like,
Shoot each other with
do you
flare
even
guns.
do you even go for your crate? I mean, you got to feel kind of nervous about it, right? Like, maybe
Nobody
they
has
got
anything
their
right.
crate before I did.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, if they got their crate first, that would be the thing to be concerned with. But everybody is just patiently waiting. And oh my God, these crates. Look at this. What do
Holy
you
moly.
want? What do you even want on this one? So everybody going to be kitted out the freaking teeth.
Just take all of it. Just take all. Is there a take all option? Just take all.
My
We're
thing
gonna
is, though,
figure it out later.
notice backpacks.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see a backpack in there. You're
I haven't
right.
seen a backpack anywhere. Okay, that one has a level 3 backpack. Are backpacks a commodity in this?
I guess so. That's what it looks like. That's a, oh my gosh, that is a brutal crate. An MG3 and a P90? Come on, bro.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, hey, Pat.
Yeah, you can see. Hey, DK, you got to get out of there.
Oh,
Headshots.
they yoinked it.
Headshots. Do you even have a way to get headshots? They're getting all the loot, man. What do you got? Do you have anything to fight back against this? Or do you just have to run?
I think SafePres just came up and stole these guys.
Oh,
crates.
no. Beat them down.
They absolutely did.
Punch him to death. Oh, my God. That headset isn't going to save you. Chase him down. There's nothing.
Run,
I mean,
juke.
Can you make it out the window? Oh, denied.
I like how they have one. The other players are the ones looking around, the ones with the guns, and Kay is just running around trying to make sure he spots everybody out here.
Hey, Favi, I see you. I respect your way and how you play this game, because this is how I would do it as well. Just beat up everybody that's going after the loot. Why snipe? Just this is the perfect opportunity to just chase them down. Meanwhile, we can see the real Superdemore over here, and is going to start getting some more information. But Tigray does go down,
Armed up as well, as Tigray should be pretty safely resable. Yeah, 2-2 split there from Team Superdemore. But yeah, you got to feel bad here for Bandages Stop Bullets, as I'm pretty sure all of their crates just got stolen away from them by Team SafeRes.
what do you even do?
Well,
just run.
You hit the smoke and run for it, I guess.
He doesn't even have another flare gun to call in any of the fun. I guess this round of gear not to be had. So we lost a couple of people, not a ton. As Solo Rocket got himself.
Yeah.
I mean, do we even comment about guns? Everybody's just going to be hyper kitted at this stage. So
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's especially when you see these P90s at play, man. That gun, I have issues with that gun. It is too good. It is just way too good from multiple ranges. I mean, obviously close range, it's a monster, but it feels like from long range, it's still a laser. So it's just, that gun it drives me crazy.
Maddie Troy over there with a similar name to mine. So my heart goes out to you. I will try to say it
I didn't get a chance to see how my team.
I don't know
did.
if they're in lobby. I didn't see them at all.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's
Chicks
not the
Army.
angle you want to walk
Oh!
on. That's going to be Bartel. Manages to get the knock on that one. Chicks Army picking that one up easy. And now the bait. Is Harlequin going to be able to get the res? I don't know. That feels a bit scary. Look at this. Just no fear going in. I like opening the door, baiting it out. And wants this flush. Wants it. And I love the fact that we don't even have points for kills. This is just a, no, that's mine.
Yeah. 500 rounds in the P90 as well here for TTK Bartel, as he gets the second one and gets the flush as well.
Oh.
And now it's all down to Harlequin, who's got 3 flares for the flare gun, but that's about it. And everybody, you can see they're hunting.
Flare guns do like 5 damage, bro. It'd be fine. I mean, you can't even get to the top of the building for this one.
Flare gun versus P90. Who you got?
I mean, flare gun obviously can get you more, so it's the stronger gun, right?
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the easiest choice of my life, and I am so being farcical right now for everybody that's going to be in both these. Just be like, what does he mean?
Yeah, you get the dot from a flare gun, lighting them on fire, right? That's how it works.
Well, no, but look, see, if you use the flare gun, you can get 2 P90s, so therefore it is twice as strong as a P90.
I mean, that's just math. Like, I don't know what you want to say.
You get armor? Does the P90 just picking up a P90 off the ground get you armor? No.
Oh no. Poor Harlequin. And just laying down whatever smokes they can find. Oh, okay.
Oh, stylish.
The phone call came through and it was for you, Harlequin. Unfortunate.
Well, Gabs, Lightning, you guys had a great last game, but, not every one of them is going to be a banger. The circle has popped, and it's headed towards Impala, about 50-50 along the plane path. So, that whole Brickyard situation? Guess what? All of them have to go.
Hold on. I screwed it up again. this whole situation is slightly concerning. Just slightly concerning.
Yeah, but let me just put it in another way.
Along with,
I love everything happening here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because I don't know, like everybody went immediately after flare guns. But what about vehicles? I'm not seeing like anybody really using vehicles. So does that mean that you have to try to get the big bad boy from a flare gun pickup? I don't know. Losing all matches every time.
With the last round.
Llama gonna go ahead and pick up one, and there go everybody running down to see if they can get to their friend, and that just means a bait galore waiting for him. Can he hit the tap? Is all the question.
I just gotta take a second to appreciate the fact that Llama's rocking an arm right now.
Yeah.
Duck, dodge, weave. Wait, he's not even getting shot at. What?
Yeah, no, it's all under. That's just dropping everything right on top of him. Nikki, you've got a job, but that job is going to get more complicated. Llama actually kind of stepped away from that one. So, Safe Res in some trouble, but it looks like Fovi actually did manage to find something.
Yeah, so they should be able to get everybody back on their feet, and you see what the Llama situation is. They've got Llama off on one side out in the wide open field, and then another solo teammate that's kind of off to the side over there. So it's a 2-2 split that there's a full team in between. So they got to be really careful about how they want to approach this and not give away any of these knocks. Because if Llama gets spotted out, they just turn all their attention towards one direction. They got this one player taken down.
And knocks are actually kind of big in this. We did see All Under got a couple of knocks onto Safe Res. Remember the fact that armor is just pretty much crates, right? So
yeah.
If you lose armor, that is a big freaking deal.
Yeah, and you saw Kay, who just came back in, had 2 great weapons, but no ammo. So the 7.62, all the ammo that you can find is also going to be in the crates. So you got to be kind of careful about how you want to push through that. As we see Soup D'Amour pushing through with the Groza and the Lynx. Another
also the BRDM. They've got themselves toys.
There you go.
This vehicle, I think that's going to be just so strong.
Well, it's meant to be limited BDRMs, but it looks like 2 of them, or at least, 2 of them have been found here by Team Noobs out in the blue. So they have a nice little convoy for themselves going forward.
Oh man, that is absolutely
2 players,
insane.
2 BDRMs. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Then everybody gets one. There's nobody arguing about how it goes through. Let's see how the circle did shift up to truck stop. So look, the perfect place to take all of these beautiful BRDMs is right into the truck stop. It's like it was designed that way.
BRDMs. See, now you got me saying it. Dang it. BRDMs. Well, you are correct, but we got El Azhar. That whole situation is going to have to come to a close pretty quickly here, as you see a number of crates still on the ground. Number of teams still fighting and scrapping around the edges of the city. We got, I think, at least 3 here. Now that we got the red from the crates, the red and blue from the crates are also throwing off my read on how many teams are over here. But yeah, Llama 3 alive, but still very split off here.
Well, there is a firefight happening just over to his west, and he doesn't look like he wants to get involved in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Chuckles. That brings a smile to my face. As Rez still maintaining control over this position, and they're going to be fine. Llama in some trouble, though.
With the Lynx, too. And Safe Res will find headshots, so that'll be them down as looks like APAT, still the last player alive, still surviving right now just by hiding behind crates. But there's no way that Safe Res loses track of that, right? No. Oh, no. Our team, our winner from team number 1 having a clown car right through the middle of just Death Valley here, as it is just P90s, Grozas, and Alms galore.
Oh, Shaolin just walks up and demolishes 2 members of Snows. Makes it look easy with that P90 just coming alive. Snowman soldiers going down. No surprise, the desert heat a bit too hot for him.
That's because it is easy with the P90, but no big deal. Lickma on Twitch will go down in 24th place. 75 now left alive. Still 23 teams in it though, so 23 teams still have a shot at this one as we see another BRDM on the field. Please don't shoot us. They are just now making it out of the blue. But this is your lead, man. Your trailing people have a bunch of vehicles around. I think there's 3 teams all on this same road that are all right on top of each other. You can see it just off. Okay, they break off a little bit, so at least the rest of the team looks like they should be safe.
I mean, just leading the way. That's all you need to do. Llama now coming in back behind this one. You can see a couple of gatekeeps now starting to come into effect, specifically over there in the northwest. It's going to be Error trying to hold out what's going to be going on. Key making their way up into this one. Good defense coming out from Error so far, but a lot of damage coming out trying to defend and doesn't hit the shots that he needs to, and goes down as well. Big spin coming back over from Key, shutting down any form of gatekeep there.
Really nicely done, and that was absolutely necessary. He was getting stared down by that Lynx. 2 shots came out, but that was gonna be it. And we now cut back down over to Minas, and now cut back over to Super Survivor Jinx. This is our second place team, I believe, from game number 1. Monosaur so far only 1 kill. They are in a pretty good spot, and you see some more crates about to drop down on top of them as well.
Blue Zone just eating people right now is, I guess a lot of people not going to be able to get their points for taking 0 Blue Zone damage. There is just a ton of fighting inside the Blue Zone right now. Not a lot of different ways to be navigated. You can see that it is going to be the last member for Llama running up back behind BSB. But I think this is just straight up running in as fast as possible. There's not a lot of other things that can be done. It's just weakened squads slowly and steadily walking their way to the circle.
That El Azhar situation was pretty brutal for all teams involved, as we see a number of solos still left alive. Still 22 teams out of 25. Well, I say that. Pineapple Pizza goes down, so now down to 21 teams overall. It's still 58 players left alive. The circle does swing hard down to the south, so all our teams up to the north having to make their way in as TBT Boars getting 1 link shot, gonna hit the second one, gets the body, can't get Shaolin before he gets to the vehicle.
Okay, so now we're kind of getting the vibe of what's going to be going on over here with TBT. Doing pretty good with the control over the area. They were running a pretty wide split, trying to use a lot of the range and weapons that are provided. Even seeing some gliders now coming into effect as, I mean, WASD just doing a ton of work in this one, not quite connecting again. Got a good shot to open it up, but the follow-ups just haven't gone the way that they wanted to. I mean,
last round.
It's hard, specifically once you people know the angle that you're trying to play from.
Yeah. Unfortunate for TBT, has only got 1 round left for that Lynx as well, but there are some crates around, so we'll see if they pick up something else. Here's Hack Shots as that looking for Parker. Oh, Parker, don't stay still. Got him the body somehow. That looked like it was dead on for me, but shot from him will open up a door here at least for Squat to try to make a move in, but you can hear the shots, the bullets pinging off around the outside of the Dacia, and this is not a great place to stop, but they might not have any better options at this point. In a little bit of gymnastics going on there.
I mean, they just gotta chase after the circle with the amount of bullets. You know, at this stage, people that are alive are gonna be kitted, and so you just gotta go, man. Make the best of whatever you can get. Aggro's got themselves a position that they're trying to regroup around right now, so you can see that Squat and the rest of the team just trying to figure out how they're gonna handle what's gonna be going on in the compound that's just over into their east. Meanwhile, Hack Shots, every single time you go for a peek, just look at how much damage you lose. There are so many bolties in play right now. It is hazardous to go for any peek.
Well, the good thing for him is that most of them are sitting on level 3 armor and helmets, so they can at least afford to go for these peaks. Is all under. Oh, does not realize that he's got company right above and somehow manages to get back inside before he gets absolutely lit up by K. Blinder. Oh, he sees him on the ridge line. Oh, K. Fovi will get the kill.
Oh, man. Rez doing what they did last round. They're managing to rally time and time again, maneuvering in, safe reses galore. WASD not really choosing to go after any shots in that smoke right now. I don't know if they didn't manage to spot it out, but then we also do have UK on the one side of it. That's going to be taking some shots into them, kind of forcing them more along the line. But remember, this is a very far away from where we see the circle going right now. So Rez, I mean, you're just kind of limping into the circles. It is going to be Arc. Please don't shoot us. They have themselves the gatekeeping position, and they can just use this high ground to massive advantage.
Yeah, at this point of the game, you start wondering about ammo. I mean, you're seeing a lot of these players right there. Only no bullets left in the Lynx, only 50 rounds left in the MG3. So unless these teams have been fighting and being able to stop down and pick up loot or ammo off of crates, they might be sitting a little bit on the low side here as Apocalypse is confused. But that is a dead body, sir.
Look, I mean, you know, putting traps inside of crates, you gotta be careful about it sometimes. Chick's army is going to go down. Tries to get the pounce in. Everything's going to be moving into the compound that we were looking at just a second ago with TBT. They've got a lot of friends and a couple of solos that are all kind of creeping in, so they have to be careful about it. Meanwhile, it is going to be Dino up over into the northwest. They're coming into this a lot later than everybody else, and you were worried about ammo and whatnot. Look at Super, man. Super Survivor's got a ton to play with.
A lot of P90 ammo. Only one round left for the Lynx, but good 44 left in the other gun, and that could be a really nice grenade. Oh, just a little bit too far. Suptamore should be able to stick that res.
Dust on that. Going to be just enough to get in everybody's eye and make it scary. So Dino looks like they're going to shift a bit more down into the south. Air is going to get eliminated. Please don't shoot us. Who built the Ark is now presently down. Looks like they're going to try to get the res onto him. They got about 10 seconds, so they're going to try to make that quick if they're going to do it. Everything is just converging down into the compound, and that's where all of the fun's happening. Squat are going to be the ones that are trying to navigate around the outside of it. I do like the fact that they left Who Jinx back behind. Try to cover. Going to just start tapping in shots, nice. And that's all you got to do with that gun. I mean, look, he's just got all the information to work with.
Okay. Jinx opening up a little bit of a door here, but fortunately for Squat, they managed to get at least 3 into the compound, only losing 1. And they have a nice little corner that they can hold on to here, while Super Survivor's still just playing around the edges, looking for knocks. Oh, well, please don't shoot us. We'll go down.
You just keep hearing the thump, 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 and then just the squad eliminated. Thump, thump, thump. I mean, it's just, we're now finally getting into a stage where bolties aren't going to be strong, and that's going to come back into the P90s, though, right?
P90s, yeah.
Already in some trouble, as Soup is going to have to navigate away from those nades. You can see 2 members down for the time being on it, but he looks like they're going to be regrouping. There is, I believe, one of the members for WASD that's going to be back behind them. Squat also going to have to make sure that they move into the compound a bit further, as the circle has shifted away from the compound, and Soup's position is pretty strong. That's why we now see Key going for it. They don't really want to overextend in just quite yet, and that might have been the problem. It is going to be Suptamore going down yet again, and there we go. Finally, Soup getting eliminated, but Key also has one of their members go down. This is going to be a hotly contested location. Multiple teams are already shifting in position for it.
Have to go as quickly as possible here. Looks like Gorf will be returned here shortly. And Key, they'll hopefully get Lunatic back on their feet, but Rohanosaurus is going to get spotted out, and our one snake left from TBT has been spotted as well. So Keyboard Warriors actually have a nice little ridge line to play here. If they can get everybody back on their feet, they're in a good spot.
Okay, how are we going to see the squads navigate this one? We've got one really far down in the south. Let's see how they want to maneuver in. Keyboard Warriors with all the attention on them. As, yes, the beneficiary position to play from, but they also have the focus of almost every other squad. Nades, yeah, I was going to say, are about to start raining down. One toss going out, going to end up just a bit short, but now going to make them a bit more hesitant. The only benefit is over into the west, there is a solo that's hiding inside of a vehicle right now that has kind of stalled out any shift over there. So, meanwhile, down in the south, you can see that running targets are having to deal with just quite a bit of targets of their own. And so now, finally starting to creep into the zone.
14 kills for running targets, and that looks like Keyboard Warriors are going to send the C4 vehicle down into the compound, but not going to find anything off of it. Hot and Spicy staying alive here is 10 kills for them overall. Are they going to try it again? Yeah, why not?
Blue chips, though, are now coming into play, so we're going to have a couple of just very weakened players just dropping into the thick of everything. Can we get it?
Get it over the hill.
Up? I mean, it's got the horsepower. It can get there. Where are you going to send it? Just over the top. Who cares? A dream, prayer, praise the Lord, maybe an explosion will hit.
Yeah, we used to have a word for those, but we can't say that anymore, I don't think. But hot and spicy, we're going to send a couple down. Oh, Lunative, though, is going to get knocked here by NMMM. And now NMMM might have, no, they're going to stay in the compound, so maybe Lunative can get back on their feet. But no, the circle is closing too fast. Keyboard Warriors have to leave it. 13 kills for them overall. Now they've got to fight their way down in. Only a few left alive here. NMMM gonna find another one, but won't find the second, and Keyboard Warriors will get the victory.
I mean, just well played. They shifted. They realized that that ridge line was really, really strong. Took a fight, I guess, about a circle and a half ago for it, and then just racked up a ton of kills. This didn't play out the way I thought it was going to play out, specifically regarding the crates and everything else like that, but it was still pretty interesting. It kind of forced people to have to pay a lot more attention to ammo, control, how to navigate the circles. The first circle was weird. I don't know how else to describe it with that, but then it really got interesting the further it progressed.
Yeah, no, that I mean, obviously 94 players in the lobby. When you have a circle cutting hard to the east, there's going to be a lot of action going on outside of the zone. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch, especially when we got to see all the planes coming in the air, all the flares going off all at the same time. Funny stuff. I love to see it.
Well, are you tired of FPP? Do you want some TPP action? Do you want more mutants? Do you want more Tommy guns, a Bison, SKSs? Don't worry. That's what game number 3 is going to provide. Make sure to stay tuned and see you in a sec.
It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think that I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. It's getting stronger, can't take no longer, walking on fire. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I need ya. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing.
Okay, guys, it is time. It's fitting. We are now moving into our third game, so of course it is time to go third person, as we are going to be shifting perspective, we're going to be shifting styling, we are going to have a ton of fun things to look at moving through this one. But let's go over some of the stuff that's happening inside the last game. Got Poro back in here with me, so Keyboard Warriors gonna be walking away with 15 kills in first place. Running Target's gonna be back behind that, making targets of everybody around them with 17 kills. Meanwhile, Squat at 7, and then it is Super Survivor coming in fourth with 5.
That's not too bad. Super Survivor finding themselves up in the top 4 once again. That's a second game in a row for them. Team Squad as well, as they finished in the top 4 last time. I think they finished third 2 games in a row now, if I'm not mistaken. So well played by them.
1,000 damage by himself.
Jeez.
That was crazy.
Wild. Well, here is your top 9 players so far of the season. Gorf still holding on to the top spot, but it's Fury, Brahanosaurus all tied, and then you've got Parker and Jinx both with 20 points total right behind them.
Carolyn going to be rounding that out, as well as TBT Boars 95, Manzer, and TBT Boars. Hey, I'm the confused, but one of them is 95 and one of them is not. So I guess one of them is older than 95. We'll have to see how that one goes. But
or younger.
It is
who knows?
Time to get everything ready. So, all right.
So,
unpopular decision is the way that this one's going to go.
Oh no.
Only MK47 mutants, Tommy guns, PP bisons, and SKSs. So pretty much mutants, mafia, PPs, and SKSs.
Look, I'm all about giving the unpopular guns some love. Hopefully we'll see some amazing gameplay with some of these guns that maybe get a little forgotten at times. But I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of mutants, a lot of SKSs. The Tommy gun, PP bison, maybe less.
If you can manage to Exodia yourself, the SKS, it is one of the best guns in the game, in my opinion. But it requires you to
that
get
gun so
every
much.
single piece the way you want it, because it feels like it's the gun that is the most customizable for preference, but at the same time, also means the fact that if it doesn't fit your playstyle, boy, you're just not going to like it.
I can't hit anything with that thing, like at all. And I've never have been able to. Even when the SKS was supposed to be good, and I tried to train myself to use it well, I can never hit anything with that thing. I don't know why.
Was it that called it the Miss K Miss? I don't remember, but it does feel that way sometimes. Is we are going to be playing this one on Erangel, so easy, comfy,
TPP.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, especially with SKSs, that's going to be really.
We're taking it back to 2017 with this one. I'm telling you. Now the Bison and the Tommy gun, I don't think we're in.
Was that whenever
definitely wasn't in?
Wasn't that whenever the Tommy gun got shifted into being a crate gun for a period of time?
Crate gun was definitely a crate gun for a while there, as was the VSS. I think SKS might have been the only decision. Yeah, SKS I think was the only gun that existed at the start, at the beginning that we're running here today, and in this round anyway. I
mean, Tommy gun was out at the start.
Was the Tommy gun out at the start?
Yeah,
I thought that was a late edition.
I think that.
Well, early access edition. I really wrecking my memory now.
Now you're like, oh yeah, whenever 1.0, I don't even know. We're not even gonna pretend on that one. So we have seen another lower plane path. We at least do get ourselves the circle off the get-go. Yasnaya gonna be popping, bro. That's where all of the gentrification is going on. It looks like everybody is sending themselves to Yasnaya.
Well, I'm more worried about those little compounds just off to the east. Look how many players and teams we've got going into not a major city. As Matt, explain this to me. We have 96 players in the lobby. Only one team is going Pachinki.
I mean, sometimes you just
make it make
the
sense.
Game. You got to play the game. Everybody's like, no, I don't want to go to Pachinki. I don't want to have to deal with the hot drop. And then you get it for free. Whatever you want. Severny, look at the stack of people that are going for Crossroads as well. Is that Severny? Is that Crossroads? Gosh. I don't even know. Yasnaya, I thought was going to be where it was going to be popping off. What is even going on? Zarky game. Zarky! Give me Zarky!
Well, we're gonna get some crossroads. Well, at least the crossroads over by Zarky gonna get a little bit of love here. Team Amalama will drop. They'll get the vehicle and they'll get the heck out of Dodge. As fortunately for them, it's only SKS shots, so none of them are hitting.
Yeah. It's actually going to be kind of hard to take down vehicles now that I think about this. I mean, the Tommy gun, not going to be able to unload really and wreck a vehicle. The Bison as well. The Mutant kind of can. I guess the Mutant is going to be your best vehicle killer. So vehicle is going to be kind of safe in and of themselves, with the exception of maybe the glider and getting shot out by the SKS if somebody's got it. But Keyboard Warriors down early. Ooh.
Might have been a casualty of the Yasnaya situation, as Keyboard Warriors will go down pretty quickly here. FTL, they have Yasnaya Zarky to themselves, and they're going to take their time looting up, make sure they get all the ammo that they need for the SKS, because you need at least 500 rounds, because you're going to miss so many shots. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop ripping on the SKS.
Look,
no,
some of us
I'm never going to stop.
Some of us like the SKS, and by like,
well,
I mean,
can feel free to defend it.
It's not my first gun choice. It's not my third gun choice, but I do like it. Whenever I pick it up in a lot of games and have fun with it. The Tommy gun always makes me happy, but is not necessarily the best gun on the face of the earth. But I mean, I kind of like the idea.
Can get
There's
stuff
only
done
like
with
4 guns going down into the bunkers. It's actually a pretty smart call because you can land in there and pretty much just get looted.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can get stuff done with the Tommy gun, and yeah, I mean, this used to be our, speaking of 1.0, this used to be our one of our first drop spots here. We're like, oh, go to the go to the shelter. Make sure you loot everything up underground. It's all safe and stuff.
Our early hot drops are always no lean to me. That's what I always
no
remember.
lean. Yeah, no lean was a big one for us. It was not good.
I mean,
It was never good.
no lean was always no lean, man. That's just what it was. It's its own independent entity. Is you can see that I think everybody's kind of calming down and trying to figure out how do we do. Oh no. Blocking them in. I love it. Gonna go ahead.
Now you got to blow it up.
I mean, even just locking it in place. Yeah, blowing it up is one thing. How do you blow it up? Bison, Tommy gun. What are you even gonna do?
Well, they got grenades, don't they? Maybe they got grenades. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see as throwables was allowed, and I haven't seen any throwables on the ground. Well, okay, there's a smoke.
Oh, we got a blue zone grenade. Yeah. You got smokes, you got flashbangs, you got at least blue zone grenades. So that one will take an unfortunate bounce off of the rear fender. But yeah, I think they're going to try to go for the explode the car bit, but don't know if that's going to work. We'll see. They're still in circle too, so.
I mean, that's Erangel. That's the only way I can ever describe it. And circles are just going to be pretty friendly. Or 90% of what people are trying to accomplish. Oh, does manage to make it around, but then you have to walk into the Tommy gun. Look at it. How do you fight against such strength, such power as the Tommy gun in close range?
Not only that, it was TPP. So Iceberg just got to sit here and watch as Kay tried to make the run up the stairs and just immediately came back out. Unfortunate.
Look, you can take your hate and go and do something else. I'm going to enjoy the chaos.
It's not hate.
Of this.
It's just it is what it is, man.
I hate
like
the
it
SKS. TPP.
No, well, yeah, you gotta look. If it's TPP, you gotta be aware that there's might be somebody just hanging out on the outside of that thing. And you're not thinking that way because you're so used to playing one way, so you don't think in portals.
Colonel?
In third person portals.
Yeah, okay, Colonel. That was I like the attempt of what was happening there. Is we actually do have a lot of people starting to fall off around the Cerverni area as well. Got a couple of issues that are going on with squads now trying to make the rotate out of that Zarky positioning. Lions got themselves this nice hillside that they're starting to layer into what was going on inside that bunker position. But I mean, my gosh, Mike, you got like 2 HP there.
It's tough. Well, they did. Okay, so SLP did manage to get that last player in the shelter, so at least they can turn their full attention over towards Pineapple Pizza. And now you're getting into a little bit of a different situation. Iceberg was holding that line with the Tommy gun. This is a little bit more long range now, as Nat gonna try to spot out the players from range, and you can at least feed that information. Hey, I don't see them, so they're probably on the other side of that hill.
Oh
They
my
have
God.
no idea the iceberg's here, though.
He is about to absolutely ruin Mike Golf. Gonna be able to step in and get the knock onto one of them. Not gonna go for Mike right off the get-go onto this, but keep in mind, Circle did pop and went over to Yaz. Nice! Mike just runs down. He's got himself the Bison, opens it up, empties it onto Iceberg. He's down and out. Now, SLP, what are you going to do? He's just gonna run across. I mean, sure. SKS is coming at you. I dare you to hit him.
Yeah, I mean, try to get the chip. See if you can maybe get a res here. You've got a couple of options. I mean, Severny, there's still a few respawn points that are outside the zone. If you can get there quick enough, you can try to get your man back, at least one of them back. I'm not sure if they were able to get the chip from their other player.
Can we talk about how amazing the name Okra-sama is? I don't know why.
Osama.
Okra in itself is just a fun word to say.
It is.
And then just adding the sama to it for whatever reason.
Like
Respect.
Dirty
I see what you're
South
cooking.
and anime.
I know,
Those are the
it's
things
like
that I love.
everything all in one. I love it. This is the type
Well,
of person that unites cultures right here.
Truly. As Cassie gonna be pumping those legs, feeling the burn, making their way up into the north side of Yasnaya. Oh, almost hit it. Very close. But at least doing a little bit of scouting for the rest of the team that's still hanging out on that lake side. So if nothing else, Team Squad has a foothold inside the city.
Okay, so No Lean's got a defense that's going on against a squad that's coming out of a Severny. The Severny squad's over to the west where we talked about Lame just a moment ago. They're going to also have to regroup. Stolber has got a squad that's holding up over there with the Solos coming in back over there to the east. We also do have Who that's kind of bumping into some squads while they're making a vehicle rotation. But
Ooh, noobs.
this is kind of the name of the game right now, is it's a lot of gather information and try to make sure that you're controlling the best that you can. But going to be a very nice sneak around. But keep in mind, Cassie is right here in the thick of all of this, and that could be a problem for Error if they are not careful.
Yeah,
She came in quiet on that bike.
Yeah, she definitely did. And Hanzo, I don't think is aware. And yeah, they can see Dirty already sending it into the building. Cassie just gonna sit there, TPP scout, wait for him to come up the stairs. It has that Thompson ready to sing. You can see the rest of the team.
Oh,
their
Tommy.
little Doritos are already looking over in this direction. And yep, that was gonna happen 100 times out of 100.
Hey, we've got nades. We now know that 100%.
There you go.
Gonna go over to the other window. Now, what do? Cassie. Oh, Hanzo. It's that
Nicely
one
placed,
beautifully.
Hanzo.
Just dropped it right on top of him. Now we're going to see Scav. Looks like they're going to try to regroup a bit more. Not too much more aggro can do about that one, as Hanzo should be able to get the res. Really did go down.
Oh, no.
Actually, no. It's going to be shots at range. It's going to be forward, left, back, right. TBT Boars that spots him out.
Not TBT Boars 95, but actually TBT Boars. We'll get that one and add to their total. Is Cassie might be resable here if the rest of the team can get there. You can see they were hanging around on that lakeside trying to make their way down now, but a lot of kills going off on the west side of Stolber right now, as you got about
north.
3 teams all running into each other.
This is just all of the north. That is just a catastrophe. There is just nothing to be done over here. Blue zone's all on top of them. They're just having to run for it. The guys that dropped Stolber early going to be heavily rewarded. Well, I should say guys and gals that dropped over there. As we can see, forward, left, back, right, and now taking the shot into Snows. Snows, remember, went out pretty early inside the last round.
Oh my God.
It's going to be Soda Still going to get the knock onto one, and now Don Gil, and in some trouble, should be flushed out pretty quick.
Okay, apparently Soda Still is going to be Rock of the Mutant from now on. As if you're hitting those shots on a moving vehicle from that range, that's pretty strong. As we check back here on the north side, on this western side of Stolber Mountain, Who Built the Ark, down to 3, and they're eating blue damage. They've been squaring off with Team Noobs here for quite some time. It looks like Noobs might be down to 3 as well. They've got 2 low and 1 high, but they are getting shot in the back by Wazdi.
I mean, dude, I just want to know how much damage Shaolin's pumping out. He always puts his squad, or this squad is always in a position to just rain in damage on everybody around them. So Distilled is going to be doing a good job on gatekeeping for now. Looks like he has to step away from it. I think he's a bit worried about his ammo amounts. No surprise on that one. That's going to be the commodity. We might even get to a point where people are having to deal with like pans and whatnot as Noble Noobs going to continue to hold out everybody from WBTA.
You see one from Amalama right up there, but there's still one way off in the distance. So still 2 alive for Amalama, but doesn't look like they want to get involved in any fights, and I don't blame them. SLP, meanwhile, finding a couple of knocks with grenades, and Team Suptamore has that high ground. They're controlling this southeastern side of Yasnaya. They've got a full team in Team Gab off in the distance that they're kind of trying to keep track of here.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Even getting some glider action right now. Losing all matches every time. Oh, Malama, gotta be careful going over no lean, but should be able to scout out. It's gonna be pretty open.
Keep it below radar range, right? That's how it works.
No.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Is their teammate in a vehicle with somebody else's team?
I don't know.
I thought it was down. I thought it was just down to 2 of them.
Blue chips.
Okay, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm wild. It could have been a blue chip. Could be 3 up for Amalama. As Wazi looks like their position has been spotted out here, and oh yeah, T-Boars have to pull back down here and go for a heal. That might not be the spot to peek from anymore.
I mean, it's a strong spot in the earlier sections just because you get defense against both sides, but then once you start getting those people coming down from Stolver, it gets so weak. So Distilled trying to fend in. Alama tries to make it through, but does lose one of their members. Do they at least manage to make landfall? They do. So at least get some section of Yasnaya as the circle has shifted in the west, keeping some of the bay in play and really just kind of the far western section of Yasnaya.
Our team that took that eastern coast, or the southeastern coast of the lake, looking really nice right now. All 4 up. Got great control. Don't have to get involved in any of the nonsense going on in the city. As still got a number of teams on the south side trying to make their way through these fields. As you see Aldi Killer, yeah, that was always going to be rough, and they will get taken down.
Apparently Kroger Killer got it, managed to find him. So now let's keep an eye on the shot lines. Hey, Poro's Used Car Emporium. Okay, look at this. Give us a rundown. Why'd you pick these guys?
All right, first of all, best team in the lobby, hands down. Doesn't matter that they have not got a win yet. We don't go for wins. We go for style points. As Amalama will try to survive a little bit longer, playing alongside the wall. Leo Iglesias will be singing around, trying to find that player, but the grenade's just not falling. Oh, he read him like a book. He didn't cook it in time though. Oh, if he would have cooked that, Amalama would have been donezo. But now it's a 1v1. Oh, he gets him so low. He had 1 HP.
Brando Lane, I see you. I witnessed what you were trying to do. Witness me will happen in a second. Don't worry, guys. That'll happen. Aim Masters down to just 2 and just...
What's the other TBT boars?
Yeah,
we
just
found him.
Right in the thick of everything, Aim Masters. You can see this is going to be a strong position to play from if you can survive, but it has just drawn a ton of attention. No vision to be had anywhere. Floppy dog ears galore as now, where are you even going to go? Lame kind of creeping in along the bay. Looks like they're going to just hop over and try to crawl themselves, or swim themselves across. Are they actually going to get a decent foothold to maneuver into this fight in a moment?
Oh my goodness. This was such a good spot or squat, but AIM has managed to work their way in, and this is kind of what's left of everything that was happening on that north side of Yasnaya. Wazdi, I think, down to just a couple of players here, if only maybe even just one in one NMMM.
I need somebody in chat or production to message me something, because this is very important. I need to know why TBT Boars and TBT Boars 95 are not on the same team.
Grenade.
How does that happen?
Don't know. I don't know. Do you think they were aware of each other's existse? I think TBT Boars 95 was like,
TBT Boars 95 had to, right? He had to name himself something
different. Nobody's ever taken TBT Boars in every game I've played, and now I've got to come up with something new, and so he does TBT Boars 95.
Okay, so Western Yasnaya,
Regardless,
Pan
Wasty's got
Smashers.
15 kills right now.
I mean, yeah. So Distilled doing a good job with that. I mean, that control area that they were playing from on the Northern Party Yasnaya is strong, dude. And they are now having to deal with the rest of Yasnaya that was the issue.
Ooh, we have a third party, a third entrant coming in here as we see Cortien for Pan Smashers in that glider high above Yasnaya. We've heard that he is a terror with the glider and the C4s. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, Akrasama.
Getting a nice bit of damage in as a Sleepy Chicken is now making the assault in that compound that is drawing a ton of attention. Look how many people are playing away from it. But if they can survive here and they can play off the beach, it'll actually be strong for a while, but it's going to be Mamo over there into the north that's going to have vision. Oh, the Cortine coming up back behind them. They have to defend this one up. It's going to be vehicles rolling right alongside back behind. They are in an entirely vulnerable position, but rolls down into the water. What is OF doing?
Cortine's in the glider and seat swapping right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Cortine, notable glider enthusiast. And so far so good for them as they're flying around on the north side here. As Squat, they've managed to keep all four alive despite having a number of suitors coming at their compound from all directions here. The most recent and most pressing being noobs who have managed to make their way on top.
I mean,
but Cortine
at this point could potentially just land on top of one of these buildings, but I love the desire to go, no, I can't shoot this. My vehicle in tatters, blue zone, all on top of me. Everybody is trying to shoot me. I don't care. I have faith in my aim. I will get one of these guys. So squatting down below Noobs, as Noobs is going to be up on top of this one. Cortine looks like going to finally make the send across the circle itself. Can't quite find the angles to work with just quite yet, but the double set of Noobs and Squat on top of each other are doing a good job of defending up, and there is nowhere for Sleepy Chicken to go.
Sleepy Chicken taken out as Braveheart will hopefully try to get their knocked player revived once again, but Noble Noob's going to prevent that from happening as they have just been able to free farm from this rooftop position. Squat not really trying to do anything about this, and there's no real reason for them to, as they just
Cortine.
There you go, Cortine. That is a 10 out of 10 landing.
I mean, this is perfect. This is exactly where you would want to be for this position. Nobody can get up next to you. Actually,
maybe they can.
Well,
oh no,
problem solved. I mean, if anything, he had to know they were there, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had the high. He saw them coming in.
Now we gotta go over to Squat. Cassie's got to step out, defend in. Squat now having to deal with the people that are squatting up on top of him. No squatters allowed.
Nicely done.
It is going to be Noble Noobs entirely eliminated. But Aggro, you now have to make your way into the circle, and you are one of the few teams, the only team in the north that has to do so. The south still needs to compress in, but there's a couple of buildings to deal with. Really, it's going to be on how does Aggro handle this.
That was really nicely done there by Team Squat, as hopefully they can come in and take advantage of the madness that's going on as a number of teams are fighting. They're going to clown car crash in as TBT Boards is looking all the way around trying to find anybody, as it looks like their squad has pretty much most control over the northeastern side here. And Wasti still has all four alive, 18 kills so far, and they're just going to continue to add to that total.
And we saw a Squat just hop in their vehicle and make the run across. Two members are already down, trying to encroach into where this position is going to be at. Now has to just commit into the red. Cassie just doesn't have too much to deal with. You can see already lost helmet. This is going to be a problem on approach because we still have the western side coming in and having to deal with the gray squad and Zoo coming in. But you managed to get the res up. Back shots at least back in action for now, but this is a very weakened squad. Like we were talking about, no helmets, no real any ability to fight around. Soup gets eliminated, but it's going to be all on to WASD to continue this defense.
22 kills now for WASD as they are just farming 24 kills. Can they get 25? 13 left alive as they are just finding everybody in the lobby right now. But the best team in the lobby, as claimed by myself, Horo's Used Car Emporium, has the circle and they have the south side of the road.
Cortine, what can you do over here? You still got yourself positioned. Remember, this is TPP, so all the information to work around. See, that's what it is. Horo's Used Car Emporium is a TPP team for it.
That's it.
That's what we were lacking.
Oh no! That
man.
grenade perfectly cooked there by Clay. Will fall right in the lap of Baron, and the used car Emporium will try to go for the revive here, but they're going to get absolutely lit here as Clay is just making that Bison work, and even the kill people going to go down now to WASD as Shaolin was looking. And as good as things were looking for my used car Emporium, all of a sudden they are immediately taken down in 5th as WASD is now up to 28 kills, Matrim.
Lore appropriate. It's the rats that took down Poro's used car lot as Cortina is still up on top. And in the thick, we've got 3 teams left, and WASD, that has just been so strong for so long. They've got the numbers. It's 2 solos. And Cortine, can you get anything off the top of this blue zone up on top of you? Can you get a knock? No! Dropped Molotov right on top of him.
And
so
they get
now,
30.
Gal just to 1 and control over the entirety of the circle except for the wall that Montes is hiding behind.
Montes gonna go for the grenade.
Oh.
It's gonna land at a good spot. There you go. We'll find Shaolin, but now they know exactly where he is. Montes takes a few more shots. Oh, they didn't know exactly where he was. That grenade, well timed, well placed, but now they do. As soon as those shots come out, TBT will try to go around, see if they can maybe get that 30th kill, and they will. 30 kill win for WASD. Forward, left, back, right. What a game.
What just massacre. I mean, I love some Yasnaya games in general. These guys played it very clean, efficiently. We've been seeing Shaolin have a lot of reoccurrences inside this, but the entirety of the squad just popped off inside of this game. I mean, it's going to be hard to pick who would be MVP from that round because there was just so much damage, so well played. I mean, all around, just a phenomenally fun game to watch.
Apparently, mutants, SKSs, Bisons, and Tommy guns are the ideal loadout for everybody on that team.
I mean, some people like the SKS. So now that we've managed to finish Unpopular Decision, we've still got 2 left, and we've got Blame Dell, the next one back up. Hey, did you think that was too long a range of a firefight? Don't worry. Come back in game number 4. We got you. It's time for some.
You just hate
quarter combat.
scopes.
Yeah, scopes are stupid. Show me real firefight. Punches, man, punches. See you in a second. Made it just in time there, as had to run to the restroom real quick, guys. Okay. So, last game was spicy. I think that we know who's going to be at the top of the leaderboard, though, Poro. Wild guess?
Pretty good idea about who might be up there. Even though kills kills don't count for points here, it doesn't matter. They still won the game, and they still just absolutely dominated the lobby in a game mode with just the worst guns you could possibly ask for, an unpopular decision.
Worst guns you could ask for? How about no guns, though? Because, we get that
That's
leaderboard prepped and ready to go. We got hashtag blame Dell, aka hashtag praise Dell, as we have only pistols and melee weapons spawn. You receive a weapon and ammo every single time a zone closes. So, if you are watching, you're listening to this, remember to leave backpack space. You load up, you ain't getting nothing.
That's true. And I wonder if it's going to happen on C1 pop. So basically, the name of the game here is going to be ammunition management. To be fair, because if you're get any weapon that you get, I'm not sure how much ammo, how much rounds you're going to get for it, but it can't be that many.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the fights that are going to be happening on like the edge of zone as the circle pops. The fights getting swayed by just new gun, new ammo coming in at the exact right time. That could be beautiful.
And the early fights are going to hinge on how well you can throw melee weapons. I want to see a pan launch into somebody's face. Look, I'm a simple man.
That's what I
the
prefer.
bong sound makes me happy, okay?
Look, throwing one of the greatest things that this game ever did was making it so where you could throw your melee weapon.
Especially at teammates. So that's one of the best parts.
Well, okay, well, no, that didn't help out for me that much, but it's still a fantastic addition. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if the weapons will spawn in on the C1 pop, which happens at like a minute 30. So do you immediately hot drop and start to scrap, or do you just hide in a corner and wait?
This is where custom lobby Matt is strong.
Okay.
Vehicles. You don't go for weapons on the ground. You go for vehicles and just run over everybody until guns spawn. That's your best weapon in the game.
Vehicles, definitely the way, the truth, and the light. And we'll see how it plays out. But it is going to be very, very interesting, especially on those circle pops. But I don't believe we have a leaderboard, but I think we can be pretty confident that our team from our last game, WASD, came in first, and that's been a really good day for them overall so far. Like, they've looked pretty darn good in every single round.
I believe that we saw Shaolin that was in our top point gatherers. Whenever we look at that, like top 9 that appears whenever we see that, so this should be a big game for him. I think we also have one of the other players that was on it. I don't remember the exact position.
TBT Boars.
TBT Boars. Yep, I was gonna say in there. And still nobody's told me, how does TBT Boars and TBT Boars 95 not on the same team? I mean, is it just like a mutual hatred? Like, how dare you take my name? Or are they like father and son? Like, I need the lore on this. This really bothers me.
The funny part about it is that they're both cracked too. It's like, it's not like one of them is just like the fake TBT Boars. Like, they're both really good. Like, we saw them both at the towards the top of the leaderboard of season points so far. So really, it's we'll have to get to the bottom of that one as quickly as we can. But I think we're currently just waiting to see if we get a few more people inside the lobby as we get ready to start this 4th out of 5 games here today.
Yes, guys, I know we haven't gotten the leaderboard yet, but sometimes it takes a second for the API to pull all the stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody, this is all volunteer work. Nobody's getting paid. This is all just everybody that's in the community coming together. And I just want to give a shout out to how good the production and spectating has been so far. All the people that are working back behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Yes, something does break every once in a while, but we can still see the love that you guys are putting into this. So thank you so much. And if I see you guys going off on oh my God, we haven't gotten this or that, don't worry. It'll happen. They'll get it updated. Sometimes it just takes a second. So don't stress. Instead, look forward to the future of what is going to be people being run over and fist fighting.
Exactly. And instead of doing that, get in the lobby, man. Come in, come get started. Get in there. As I'm seeing people running around in the starting area, and they all have VSSs.
I mean,
how did that happen? Everybody starting with VSSs?
It would be nice. Actually, that's one of the things about this mode that would be cool is if everybody all got the same gun. whenever every zone popped. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm assuming it's going to be probably randomized. So
Yeah.
there is some level of, oh, I got a good gun. But also, if it's all random guns, that means whenever guns pop, it's going to be like, I got an SKS. Bro, what'd you get? And they're going to have to trade guns real fast to see who can use what.
That's good. We're gonna have to keep track of how that. But look, hey, I'm still just shook by the VSSs. 2 VSSs, and this one is going to a map that we have not gotten to cast. I don't know if I've ever gotten to cast a game on this map. Matt, Destin.
I have cast a few. It can be interesting. It can also, there's a lot to happen over on the east side. Let's be real. But also, I'm a sucker for just diving down the river, dude. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do in this game. I don't know why, but coming over from where we can see Kavala and the hydroelectric dam, and then just shooting off the top of Hydra, that never gets old. The moment this map dropped, it was one of the first things I wanted to do, and I still do it every single time.
I always go to the Sam's Club in El Poro, down there in the southwest. It is El Poro. I don't care what it says on there. And there's the chicken, the eponymous chicken above the festival site. I have died there so many dang times because I couldn't hear anything because of stupid music. But hey, you know what? We get to see Destin in all its beauty, in all its glory, once again, as we have 90 players in the lobby and the plane going right across the dead center, and we can already see where Circle 1's going to go.
All right, so that makes it pretty easy. Everybody making their jump out. I don't know how this affects
Making the way
spawns.
downtown.
So if we already see Circle 1, does that mean that everybody already has a gun in their hands? I don't know.
I think so. Well, I mean, I think that's why they spawned in with double VSSs, is what I'm guessing. Anyway, but I didn't see any ammo, so we'll see if they spawn in with ammo as well as. Okay, yeah, that music has gotten me killed so many times.
I like how it's
I can't hear footsteps.
I like how it's the music and not your bad hearing.
It's also that, but I'd prefer, look, you never blame yourself when you die. It's always the game's fault, guys.
I mean, if that's one thing that Shroud taught me, is it's never my fault.
This is basic level stuff here. Like if you're blaming anything, you blame anything except yourself. It's never your own fault.
This is things PUBG has taught us.
Well, we see a few VSS shots coming out. We don't hear a few VSS shots coming out because it's, of course, a VSS. But we get to see them coming through.
Yes! It's on to Amalama. I'm all for Amalama, but still, melee death.
Oh no. And Shaolin goes down to the C4. So we've already seen, even though everybody spawned with VSSs, I don't think they spawned with ammo. So we're seeing a lot of scrapping going on off at the top on the hot drops here, in the kill feed at least. As what happened here? Oh, that's a blue chip in the water.
Oh,
you hate to see that.
That's a very
threw
blue
it
chip.
in there. He killed him and then threw the blue chip in the water. That is just rude.
That is disrespectful in a way that I can admire. Like, that's a level of pettiness that is almost respect worthy.
We aspire to that. We aspire to that level of pettiness. Well, Talaric's gonna get the knock, or the kill, I think, a full kill with the VSS there, as we see Who Built the Ark just looting up around the Guzzler station and waiting to see what comes their way. I think they are inside zone right now, so and they have the police car as well, so we'll see if they turn on the sirens. Let them know. Yeah,
Rick knows what's up. Like, they got themselves a police vehicle, and they got themselves the shot-off shoddy pistol, and they've, I think, the Scorpion I saw in one of their hands. So they know what's up. That's the gun meta for this. Get yourself essentially a hidden shotgun and a hidden AR.
Oh no, TBT Boars going down to the Panzerfest.
All right, who's got
Matty
it?
Troy?
Matty Troy, I hear you taking the shots. Yes, give more of it. Line it in. Use him as bait.
Only got 5 rounds left though. So yeah, I mean, you called it at the beginning here. Ammo gonna be at a premium, as I believe the only time you're gonna be able to get it is on Circle Pop.
I love the way this gun sounds. I don't know.
It sounds so good.
It's like the bass in it.
Yep.
It's just so
I agree.
good.
I'm 100% with you on this one.
Okay, so there are a couple squads that didn't drop into Circle, and they're kind of being rewarded for that right now. I would say that this is actually pretty smart. Go early whenever you have advantage, and you have yourself a Nate. But it looks like Romator not going to be involved in any of this. He's already gone. He just used the building as a way to get further away from everybody. And yeah, you love to see it until he gets spotted. That's a problem. They now know exactly the pathing that he took, so he has nothing.
Oh.
So he's going to go down.
We're not going to talk about the fact that Hohan just shot his own friend in the back with the VSS Langerson.
Look, we can't talk about that. It's respect.
It's fine. It's fine. But again, I mean, you look at they're sitting on, I mean, 29 rounds for the VSS right now. So every fight that you take is a risk because you know that you're going to be running out, but the other team is going to be running out as well. So getting third partied here, especially by, as you see, ASPN Chuckles is making his way around there as well. Getting third party could be devastating because you just might run out of ammo.
Or just charging and beating somebody down. Or also spotting what's going on over there and realizing they all have VSSs. So you have a car. If you have a car and they have a VSS, it's an easy game of paper, rock, scissors, because that is a very big rock that is just going to run right into all of them. And that VSS cannot wreck a car too efficiently. Can pop his head potentially, but nobody knows where he is.
They have no idea where he is.
They have no idea. So stealthy.
Oh my God.
And the giant car right next to them just ripping him apart.
He cut the engine and looped around, and they have no clue as to where he is. So favorites to Louvre, right? How is Chuckles getting away with this? It's an absolute highway robbery as he gets another one from range. They have no clue.
All right, now you can creep forward, spot out another one, get some damage. Like, look, you can see they're trying to reposition. Like, what? Okay, no, they still have no idea.
You've got to be kidding me.
This strategy from favorite to lose is my favorite because it is just demolishing. Switch over to the other one, fully loaded. Just continue to tap in. The bees, man, the bees are killing everybody.
The swarm of angry bees, that has got to be just absolutely maddening for Team Gab here. It's just, it took them so long to figure out what was going on, but yeah, they have nobody. Okay, they're rushing. Oh, Chuckles gets another one and the shotty to finish it off. And Team Gab, we're not going to talk about that. They've got healing. It's fine.
And spin around like, did you just do that? You know that's what comms are. Did you just nade in here?
Did you just? Chuckles has got to be absolutely laughing his butt off that he was able to get away with just sitting there and just raining terror down with that VSS for so long. Never even got shot at, never even got spotted.
I just love that he was using a car for cover and they were like, nah, it can't be the car.
Oh no, I see a car over there. The other thing that I feel like is going to be a premium on right now is extended mags, because you can see only 10 rounds in that VSS. That is not a lot. And okay, that's asking for a lot from your VSS CDR.
I mean, in a low economy game, taking a couple of wing and a prayer shots, maybe. But I mean, look, if he runs out of all of his VSS ammo, he still has a Panzerfaust.
I'm actually wondering if the Panzerfaust was a circle pop present for people that were not holding on to 2 VSSs. I don't know. Well, because remember, on every circle pop, you're going to get a new weapon automatically delivered into your inventory. So they started off with the 2 VSSs, but if you hold on to 2 VSSs, you're not going to get the weapon. So you kind of, it makes sense to get rid of one of them.
I don't know if it goes into your backpack or if it goes into the second slot.
Not the weapon.
Well, the weapon, well, yeah, I guess.
It would have to go into the second slot, right?
It'd have to go in the second slot, so you have to empty it out. So who's going to learn? Or are we just going to see people limping in with VSSs while other people have, like, M4s?
Yeah, well, there you go. JS9 been popped in, and I think that might have been, yeah, that's the weapon for the new circle pop. So JS9 now in the inventories.
I got to give respect to Aggro, who's figured out the way to do this. Just don't go in the circle. Let guns keep accumulating where you're at, and then come in later. Is it a little bit cheese? Yeah. But is it also really smart? Yeah, because I wouldn't have thought to do it at the start of the game.
Team Squat using that 4D chess tactics. As the new circle did pop, and it is going to have a river kind of bisecting it, so that's going to make things a little bit interesting. You've got to feel like it's probably going to go on the north side, but you never do know. As Lays Ground has a has a buddy.
It does, and fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Fukasaki.
Oh no, it's fuck's sake. I'm gonna stick with it. Look, we don't get to do this during esports broadcast. Nobody's paying me today. I can say whatever I want.
Fair. Well, somehow, Lays Ground has managed to collect 221 rounds for the VSS. I'm wondering if maybe they just collected all the ammunition off of their fallen teammates, and then also got that loot delivery, and then now I mean, just flying around, not shooting at anybody, just getting a good getting a read on where everybody is.
Okay, now Squat's making their way into the circle. They're gonna have to deal with Null. That's gonna be pretty close to them. As you can hear the rampant damage of even the guy in the glider who has the VSS is like, there's no purpose in taking shots. There's no world in which I can kill a car with a VSS. So instead, just staring at each other awkwardly. That's about the most you can do.
Menacingly staring. Well, the JS9 is singing right now for Iceberg and for a couple of other players. Aljin, my favorite team for obvious reasons, gonna make that ESS do work. Gets a couple, gets the last few, but does go down in the process as Sleepy Chicken has that high ground, has the cliffside to work around. So Aljin does not look like they will be getting rezzed, as their teammates are still way off in the distance.
All right, Brohanosaurus and the rest of the crew, they've got some high ground, and I think are being harassed by a glider. I don't know exactly off of it. So as you were talking about with the river that was kind of running through everything, most of our teams are going to be up to the north. It means the fact that now it's starting to become danger close style situations. People are getting pretty close to each other and now just having to start unloading, but it's going to be Snoop. He's going to have to step away from it, and just some good shots coming out from Telerex.
Okay, noobs. Gonna have to slow things down here a little bit to get the revive onto their fallen player, but it looks like Mikey Boy's gonna use this opportunity to try to get in a little bit closer, but oh my goodness, Tolerex just absolutely wrecking him.
Give him all your ammo. He's the only one that's fragging right now. He is just unloading on that angle. The noble noobs trying to figure out how they're going to deal with a pretty
he gets another
spot.
one.
I mean,
gosh, Tolerex.
He's just fragging right now. He got himself the toy that he loves to play with. Are off in some trouble, as here comes the rest of everybody. Hot Drop Burrito, who had themselves a great game one, is now dealing with a very close range enemy.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! It wasn't
He got
loaded.
swapped on the circle pop.
Oh, but he still manages to hold it together. So you're okay. You're okay. Breathe. Take a second.
Oh my god, that was almost hilarious. I didn't know that it replaced the gun in your inventory.
Give me the win. Actually, no, just keep rocking with the VSS. You were murdering everybody with this VSS, bro. Can you do it? Do it. Do it to them. Just take them all. They're all yours, Celian. All of them are yours. Okay, not all of them, but you did a great job.
Oh my god. So, okay. So based on what I've seen recently, it looks like weapon slot number 2 gets replaced, regardless of if there's something in there or not, because they had the JS9 in there, the circle popped, and then the Winchester was in there, and you saw they go for the swap, and it was just unloaded. So apparently, no matter what, if it's in your weapon 2 slot, it's gonna get replaced. Oh no, Flavio Balderdash goes down, and now, oh no, ooh. Okay, we got confirmation. The weapon that you're currently holding is the one that gets replaced on Circle Pop. That is actually hilarious.
It's toxic and I love it. Who Jinx Gonna have to deal with who airdrop on top of a. I mean, the Batman play comes up big for Poro's Used Car Emporium. He gets knocked, but I mean, Berkshire Hewen,
What did
go
I
over there and
say?
get him. You got it.
What did I say? We don't go for wins. We go for style points. As Julio Iglesias,
ain't
well,
got no gun.
you're gonna have a hard time landing shots with no bullets in the. There we go.
Nah.
Okay, 22 left.
Uh,
I will be your hero, baby.
That's the ground. That's the ground. All right. Air supremacy goes to favorite to lose. Respect.
Damn. It only had 22 rounds, and it only took him 13 to force to ground an entire flight. Not too bad.
Come on. Give me a windy shot. Do it. Do it. He knows what's up. Just tap it.
Just send it.
That's what winnies are for.
This is how TikToks are made. Is you have all these rounds. All it takes is one to hit, and then all of a sudden you're going viral.
Every winnie shot that I've gotten at range has happened after I've turned away, assuming the fact that I'm not going to hit it. So that's just the way it works.
Exactly. Also love the fact that he's just, you know what? I don't need the scope. I don't want the scope. I want the iron sights on this sucker.
Okay, so 52 alive in what has been a weird game. The South is where we've got like
To say the
5
least.
or 6 games. But I'm loving this. I love this. I keep in mind.
I
We still
know, I
have
do too.
we got a demo derby after this, so I'm excited.
And we're about to have a circle pop as well. So
Right.
what is the new weapon going to be as we see the circle pops? And it is an M16.
I love the moment of frustration where you can see people like, oh, okay, no, it just drops it. So it just drops it in front of you, so you can pick back up the gun that you had, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. All right. So yeah, whatever you're holding gets dropped and gets replaced by the new weapon. All right. So M16s are on the field now.
It's kind of an AR.
Seen any coming to play out? Yeah, oh, it is absolutely an AR. Don't be rude. The M16.
Look, you can hate the SKS and I can hate the M16. It's allowed.
Yeah, well, one of us is wrong.
And technically, I guess we're both wrong.
Look, I'm not picking up an N16 on purpose, but like if that's what I got, I'm all right with it. Like I can make that work. At least I can hit bullets with that. SKS, I don't
Eyes.
even know where they go into the ether, man. They go into another alternate dimension.
I would throw that M16 on the ground to pick back up the VSS and the Winnie again.
If I hit
know it's
bullets
not
with an
the right
SKS,
choice.
it's because I threw them.
I just remember burst fire early M16. That's why I still hate it to this day.
the best DMR
Oh,
in the
that's Trey Dark. I saw it. You just got rejected,
Nah,
bro.
we didn't see that. No, hey, man, the M16 with an 8X was the best DMR in the game. That thing was a laser.
What do you mean? It was a full assault rifle, sniper rifle, dude. It was just like, you just could be like, just as fast as you could tap it, it would go. Okay, so our guys that were in the air beforehand, fuck's sake, finally on the ground, and it's gonna be him and Laz trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Hot Drop Burrito trying to drop some burritos on the squads that are gonna be around them, and gonna have to be dealing with a lot of different vectors as they've got
A thrown weapon.
Oh, yes! Do it again!
I'm sitting here watching the kill feed. I'm laughing because there's so many players that they've got the M16s now, but they're still using the VSSs. Chuckles being one for very obvious reasons. If you've been watching this entire game, Chuckles has been dominating with that VSS and is still doing so as we check in with aim here. TBT Boars 95 will spot out Sapphire in the wide open, but can Sapphire figure out where these shots are coming from?
Dritty, I can see that you had the Panzerfaust and you couldn't get it off. That's a sad, sad fate. But if AIM can get over there, that's going to be massive. Sapphire still trying to fend up the tower. I guess the deer hunting stand, however you want to define it.
Sure.
As it is going to be all of AIM rolling in vehicles. I don't know, Sapphire. What can you do? How do you defend this one up? Throwables now starting to come out. Not much you can do.
Yep. No, nothing you can do there, unfortunately, as we see the weapon collection pile here. So many Panzerfausts. Are we double Panzer? Let's go. Oh no. Okay, who did it? Who was it? Okay, it was U Division, and they spot him out. That was U Division has got to be kicking himself so hard because he saw 4 guys standing over here, just all in one spot. Look at the Panzerfaust; they're just raining terror down on anybody that happens to be around.
The VSSs are stronger than Panzerfausts. You see it right in front of you. So many Panzerfausts. But fuck's sake, he's got goals, man. And that goal is to take a Panzerfaust to the face.
Yeah, I don't care what you say. These guys are not losing. They are winning at life right now with the Panzerfaust strat. Chuckles has 6 kills, and I believe 5 of those 6 probably with the VSS. And now they're getting pushed here, but it's on the edge of the zone. I think Chuckle's still like he's gonna get fuck's sake with that VSS as well. So if FTL might be able to get everybody back on their feet.
Okay, so we're pretty much just looking at a massive stack of weapons on one side of it, and now starting to collect off of corpses. That's gonna be a big thing. We've been seeing a lot of people kind of go down early, so with this they might have got to use a lot of their utilities.
Oh my god! I think I just figured out what happened, Matt.
What?
The circle popped and the weapon replacement was a Panzerfaust. That's why they were dropping all their Panzerfausts in a pile. It's like, oh, I had them. Oh, love it.
Game moving forward, gonna have to be dealing with squat on one side of this one in just one moment. Aggro. See, Panzerfaust ready. Vehicle.
Send it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you're clown carring it knowing that everybody's got a Panzer? That is gutsy stuff, Team Squat, and it did not pay off as Manzer is going to get the 4-piece. 19 kills now for that squad. As we check back in with favorites to lose, they've got everybody back on their feet. They've got 2 tires and a dream.
Yeah, I was going to say,
oh no. Are we doing a Lynx? Is that what we're doing?
And how long do we got? 30 seconds before 10 seconds before it closes in? Oh, but everybody's kind of leaned over to the Panzerfaust now. Take the shot. Use what you can. This is actually kind of genius because if you use the Panzerfaust now and then have it out whenever the switch happens, you'll be perfect off. And
the Lynxes are in the pockets. Here we go. Oh, the immediate TBT Boars swaps over, finds 2 off of Llama, but he gets traded down in return. Alsman now the last player left alive for Llama, but will get spotted out as those Lynxes, as soon as they entered the inventories, you saw the swap coming through and the kill feed just starts to light up.
People that are paying attention to how this game mode works are in absolute feasting off of it right now. So to the west, we've got a ton of squads that are going to all be lined up over there. Still popping off though. Old guns in this round, still good guns in this round. Please don't shoot us. Apocalypse leading the way for Arc.
Apocalypse, you gotta survive long enough. Now the Lynxes are great, but they only have 10 rounds. What a shot there. As Apocalypse, that tree just doing so much work right now as he will drop the smoke and be able to pull back, but Who Built the Ark will get spotted out by a Booger. He's at the rock, so maybe Resible, but TBT Boar is now going for the wrap.
Oh, he's got vision. Does manage to get the flush on Who Built the Ark. Now, TBT Boar's a bit isolated on position. Has to be careful, but he can flank in back behind the entirety of them. The issue is, Lynxes on both sides make this absolutely scary. Instead, going for the flash, maneuvering into closer range, see if maybe you can prep up for a firefight, catch him off guard. Everything is slowly shifting into the circle and positioning right now, as that's what you've got to be jockeying for. We still have TBT that's got control over the circle in and of itself, but just to the north, you can see it's going to be a bit more problematic, as that is going to be, please don't shoot us. The rest of the squads now starting to make their way into the circle can absolutely pick this firefight apart.
Oh, good spray from Isaiah, but he'll get spotted out by Manser, as Manser is doing absolute work right now for Team AIM. Apocalypse and Hamster now the last 2 players left alive for Team Arc, and get a little bit of a reprieve here due to that third party. So, but it looks like the pressure might be coming back once again.
I can't see it down there. Is that the shotties?
What are we going with? We're picking. Oh, that
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
It's close
All right.
range time, baby. Well, actually, it depends. If you had your links out, you have to make the switch back over and try to reset it. But now just trying to see if they can
They're
get
gonna pick
control
up
over
the
the tempo
links again,
change on it. Manzer seeing if he can step around, spot the peak battle going to be strong. Just a bit on the outside of it. Apocalypse was staying a bit more into the center of position. So now he's going to go down. Hamster, the last one up for his squad. And Manzer's got goals with the Panzerfaust coming out.
Multiple Panzers. Yeah, why not? Send it again. Do it. As Wasti PUBG Reddit goes down in the end. So no more weapon swaps to be had here today. Manzer, the hopes and dreams of Team AIM, 24 kills, but they have to try to get this #1 spot. A duo, and 2 solos to wrap things up here in game number 4.
This has been one of the closest games we've seen coming into the end of it. So
It has.
on a death boxes creeping in right now.
Nobody going for the O12s here. I think everybody's just kind of looking around for Lynx ammo. Goodness, Zhao Xin making it work as Poro's used car emporium is still in the hunt. And Zhao Xin bring a big one home for the boys. He can find another one, and now it's a 1v2 for the victory.
But he's already taken down 3. Can he wrap up the last 2? Looks like he has an idea on where the last couple are. Goes for the spray out, leaning into the VSS, goes for the drop shot, takes some damage off of it. Creeping in, though, he has to be careful. He's going to reveal himself to that side angle. Instead, bounces away from it, reads it beautifully, realizing where the rest is going to come out. Spots out one in the open, now down to a 1v1 Boro.
Zhao Xin dancing around on the top of the rock, trying to figure out where Moxer is, spots him out, but does not get the knock with the VSS. The Lynx in the end winning the day for Haunted Death Boxes.
Zhao Xin, I respect, though, coming in, 4 kills there at the end of it. I don't think he got the last final off of the knock, but still, respect. That was a interesting game mode, as we got a lot of interactions I was not expecting.
That was definitely an interesting game mode is what we'll call it, but it's definitely funny to watch as the circle pops, people in the middle of a firefight, and all of a sudden their gun that they're using is replaced by an empty gun that they didn't have previously. It's actually kind of hilarious that we got to see that happen in real time. It confused us even. I mean, that's just how quickly it happened.
Look, you got to see a lot of guns in that last round. So let's go ahead and move into our last game of the day. We're going to take a quick break, but we've seen too many guns. I think it's now time to see no guns. Let's instead...
Any car guys in the chat?
Cars, crossbows, let's go. It's going to be Mad Max Fury Grounds. We'll see you guys in just a few seconds.
The return of Springfest, some updates to Sanhok, and a new Gunplay Labs. All this and more as we dive into the Update 33.2 patch report. First up, Springfest is back with a new theme. Inspired by Greek mythology, Springfest 2025 will bring a new crafter pass, progressive weapon skins, chromas, and special crafting items, all themed after iconic mythical creatures. There's even a new custom lobby skin to unlock. Keep your eye peeled for more info coming soon. Next, now that you've had some fun blowing it up, Sanhok is getting a couple additional updates. Sanhok's trusty loot truck is being reintroduced and will function mostly the same, except that there will only ever be 4 per match, and will spawn at designated locations shortly after the match starts, instead of starting from their garages. We're also adding the recall system to Sanhok based on your feedback. Recall fights will happen less frequently than normal due to Sanhok's smaller size, but try it out and let us know if we've struck the right balance. Speaking of balance, a new Gunplay Labs is opening up to test out upcoming improvements to weapons. In Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, you can drop into an accelerated combat environment to test out the new aim punch levels on each different weapon type. In this mode, the blue zone is faster paced, and there's more loot to be had everywhere to encourage more frequent encounters. For more information on Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, be sure to check out the patch notes. Update 33.2 is here, so practice your aim punch track down the loot truck, and get ready for a spring celebration. We'll see you on the battlegrounds.
All right. And then there was one, and that one was all about cars and crossbows. The way it's going to work is simple. Crossbows, vehicles only. Shortly after landing, vehicles will be spawned. Take them, have some fun.
So that's really the name of the game, right? Mad Max Fury Grounds, crossbows and vehicles only. What I don't know is what the presence of explosive utility is going to be, right?
We know no grenades.
That's where it's going to start getting really interesting, especially towards late game when we're in our small circles. And really, I think the name of the game, if you want to try to get a win on this, is to just hold on to those explosives for as long as you can. Try to make it to late game and let them fly. See what happens.
Well, I don't think that we have frag grenades in there, but we might have some Molotovs. We might have some C4s. But also, crossbow, the way that this game mode works, if you really want to make it in the later stages, tires. Use the crossbows to pop all of the tires on the vehicles around. So that way it gets harder and harder to make it in the circles for the other squads. It's actually, it's evil, but it's really fun.
It's a good shout. We'll see if that comes into play. Now we are heading over to Rondo for this one. So get out of your, no, I'm not doing it. I already told them that I'm never doing it again.
I'm not going to lie. I was about to get up and make you solo cast.
I'm never, stay in your condo. Just stay. It's warm. It's nice there. Your computer's there. You can watch this Mad Max Fury Grounds on Rondo. As we does not look like API is cooperating this time, so we'll update you eventually on what the leaderboards are going to look like. But right now we're just waiting for everybody to get in lobby, and it looks like we've dropped down a little bit more, so only 80 left alive in this one. So that's going to open up things a little bit. A very, very, very little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's still going to be fun. That's what it comes down to from this stage is with the amount of cars out. Whenever they say that cars are going to be spawned, I'm curious if there's going to be enough for, are they going to give like every player a car?
I hope so. How many frames do you really need, honestly?
Oh,
if you're in a car,
well,
right?
No, it depends.
Like,
you were talking about explosives. No, what usually ends up happening in the late stage
in the final circle.
No, the late stage is it's just everybody throwing smokes and Molotovs on the ground and essentially trying to force each other into the blue zone, and it just becomes essentially bumper cars. That's usually the way I see this one come down.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I also hope it. Well, it also looks like we're getting the rare double plane as well. The only way that this could be better is if it ended on test track.
Oh, do we actually want a test track ending for this? I think we would, wouldn't we?
I mean, if you're doing all vehicles, then test track only makes sense, right?
But like the
what's-
mountains, like the Spire Mountains that are over in the west, are so cool and would be really fun to
Yeah,
have in
but
the background.
nobody wants to drive up and down mountains in vehicles. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but like test track is like multi-layered. I don't know if that would be very fun because then there's going to be a group of people that just get up on top of everything and drive in circles.
Let's do all Picos.
All Picos all day.
It's just going to be the quietest. It's just going to be crossbows and Picos. You're not going to hear a single sound.
I have played crossbows, Picos, and fog before, and it was
Oh my god,
it was an experience.
that sounds awful. I mean, it sounds kind of mellow, to be honest. But well, we see where the ending circle is going to be. It is not going to be on test track. Instead, it is going to be in, well, what we'll call wide open fields. There is a little bit of a mountain there, and also worth noting, there's also a respawn beacon. So keep an eye on that just in case.
All right, so do you land and do you try to get into a fist fight immediately? Is that what we might see? Because you know that there's not going to be a ton of stuff. You get up, get the crossbow, they'll reload. You're going to get there sooner or later.
Eventually, and make sure you get the double crossbow. Get two. Come on, don't be shy. You want to be able to hit one and then swap to the other,
Do it.
right?
Oh, did they not know that somebody was landing with them?
No, I think they saw them, but I think they thought they had to get ready just in case he got hot dropped, and they knew somebody was going to be landing on the other side. As we see a tracer. What was that? We don't do that here.
Okay, so vehicles now starting to come into play is get ready the duel. Oh, Cable, he's already so low on life. He's managed to survive. Can he? If a gust of air can come after him and would take him down, but it's going to be Chairman Will. Can he come and support his team? He's got to be careful. There's actually a third party already involved in this in the building back behind it. And Campbell does manage to get his meds back up and prepared.
Chairman Will hit the god shot onto Snoop, and that's actually going to keep Campbell alive and force Koloff to go back and get that revive onto Snoop.
Get him. Get him.
So it's time to push. Yeah, come on, let's go.
What are you going to do? You've got 17 crossbow. You're not like you need anything else. Just go. Oh, Chairman Will. Okay. All right. Chairman Will knows how to crossbow, bro.
What? I don't think that's where they anticipated the pickup truck to spawn, but you know what? It works. It's fine.
Can they get out?
Did they spawned the vehicles on the players?
Yeah.
So depending on where the player is, that's where the, okay, there we go. There's an exit there. But what about the guys that were in the buildings? Are there pickup trucks on top of the roof right now?
Yeah. No, because no. Because look, those landed. There's a roof on top of that.
There we go. There we go.
Inside.
There we go. There we go. This. Okay. Now, like, our questions are being answered in real time here. I love this. Thank you, observers. As Chairman Will's pickup truck will land on the outside, but you can see Snoop and Koloff. They are just waiting for him to try to go in there. As Koloff, oh, we'll take a shot at something. It wasn't him though. As
Don't use the car for cover. You're baiting it into losing its tires.
Yeah, you kind of gave yourself away here. Well, if you get the kills, then you can just steal their car. Oh no! Got shot in the butt. Oh, the arm. Never mind. You can actually know exactly where it is.
Yeah, makes it really. Provided you don't freak out. That's the whole thing about it.
Well, King has now entered the chat. Solo player. Looks like he did manage to get some damage onto Snoop. But does he know about this? Oh, now he's going to know about him now. He hears him running around. What are we doing? We dancing?
We're all friends. We're all friends here.
Are we all? We're all good friends?
Everything's fine.
Yeah, if he rolled in there with his weapon put away. Maybe a little bit. Oh, we got the taser too. Let's go.
He's a solo, so maybe he's just making friends with other people that don't have a 4-man squad.
Or maybe it was maybe they were on the same team, but that's what it is. Remember, this last game is just duos. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. It's duos and in TPP, just so everybody remembers.
So former teammate, what are you doing in that boat? You did not spawn boats. Just ran.
Look,
I mean, that's actually kind of hilarious and a
crossbow should
greatest
one-shot a
troll,
boat, right?
I would hope so. The inflatable?
Yeah,
It should. I guess he didn't spawn those. I think that might have just been a boat that was found. But yeah, no, it would be hilarious if we just spawn boats on everybody right now. They're just like, really? This is what we're giving us? Okay.
slowly row your way across the fields to get to this point. Okay, so blue zone is coming in. There's a lot of guys still need to manage to make it in the safe zone, and where we're at in Lapo, I believe, still needs to separate out as well. So they've got to make their way a bit further into the north, and there's a lot of driving and weirdness that's already going on over there. Because usually the way you play this is duo, one person.
Rado.
Oh, get some Rados, baby.
Let's go.
You get one person in
Rados.
the car to crossbow, and the other one to drive.
Yeah, it's got to be the play, right? Well, Olaf is knocked. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he got knocked by the Murado. Is that did that happen?
All that
That had
junk,
to be what
all
happened,
that junk
didn't
in
it?
that trunk took him down.
It looks like it might have been. Well, this is what happens when you give admins power. And
Suddenly
we
in
fly.
Superman poses.
And we fall. Now,
And
what's the play here? Are we going to? No, don't spawn M79s. Or you, not fair. But the blue zone has, as you said, it has collapsed.
he seems like he's got
So-
goals.
They got to get in there. 1 HP for Kolov as they get in just in the nick of time to be able to stop down, and no heals though. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's got a first aid. Oh my God, if his teammate would have picked that up, he'd be like, all right, what do you give me for it? What do you give me for it?
70 alive, as now we get most of our people making their way into the circle itself. We've got, I believe it's Snorlax right in the middle of it, taking a couple of pot shots at everybody, but here comes the roll up. You don't have too many options to deal with, and it's going to be Snowy Chicken dealing with a very close drive-by. Can you line in the shot?
what a
It
shot!
does! And next that pops him out of that car.
Oh, Hamster, you thought you wanted the smoke, but indeed you did not. As Who Built the Ark will stay alive, or at least the one duo from Who Built the Ark will continue on as Kolov and Snoop continue their trek into this zone. They've had a very busy
What
game
loot
so
do you
far,
need?
Matcham.
What loot do you
Meds.
need? Meds,
It's
I
all
guess.
meds. Yeah. Well, they say a grenade apiece for each of them. So it looks like everybody's got one grenade. I wonder if that was intentional. As you see a little bit of seat swappery going on here.
I mean, it's kind of interesting that so many people have opted into playing seat swap styling instead, because with the amount of time it takes to reload crossbows, that's going to be pretty hard to do. Oh no, Panzerfaust. Two of them. I think that he saw him. Who Built the Ark was like, nope, not going that way, and now he is on the run from that location, wants nothing to do with it.
Well, apparently Panzerfausts are on the table now. I didn't know that. That's gonna make things really funny come late game. I would have sat on those, man. You gotta hold those till late game and see if you can get multiple cars with one shot. That would be hilarious.
And some issue is sometimes you got to survive to that stage. So I
That's
get
true.
it. Like you would want to hold on to at least one of them, so like have one person as a designated situation.
Oh, this is
I'm just
what I
looking
want.
looking at the map feed right now and just watching it just struggle to keep up with all of the vehicles and firefighting that's going on everywhere.
This is what I wanted. I saw them do it. I saw the sticky C4s come out, and that's what I want to see. Now that we are getting to the late game, those sticky C4s, if you can manage to hit a vehicle with one as he's driving by. Oh, the taser!
Oh. So these rocks like this are ridiculously strong in these types of game modes.
Oh yeah.
Just because the fact that you can get away from all of the vehicles trying to run you over. Uh-oh. Does he know? Can he line in? Goes for the shot. Doesn't quite get it. So New Brooder looks like he's got himself These crates could also be strong, but I don't know with now Panzerfausts and the
Oh my gosh.
C4. I don't know.
Yeah, be careful about running around that smoke because we got a Pico on the field as well. New Brooder. Okay, we're gonna get in. We're gonna try to go. Ooh, that just manages to get away. Oh no, it's so close. He just missed him. As we see, its teams are starting to fall by the wayside very rapidly here.
Oh, Nade prepped up. He doesn't want to have to deal with the Panzerfaust. That's a good throw. Doesn't quite get as much as he wants, though. All right, who built the Ark? Can you get it? No. Oh, he's going to take it to the face. It's Tolerex again.
Jeez, Tolerex is just goated with these off-meta weapons right now. We saw the VSS was working great. Now the crossbow as well. As EBT Boars and Tolerex try to make their way a little bit further in. Like this. Okay, gliders. Yeah, we got glider. Oh, 2 gliders at least. Bare minimum in the air right now. How long can they stay up there, though? That's the question.
Now it's just a pack of wolves. You get a knock, and then you just immediately just run out and try to see if you can get more on it. Rex is taking down their own teammates as they are running duos now. Do not forget. And oh, I was going to say, that's ballsy to get into the back of this one. It's going to be Snoop dealing with it. He's just juking in between all of the cars, trying to get out. Does connect onto Romaxium. Can he get another shot as it's going to roll in? And no support going to be coming up from Flute. Now, can he manage to survive as Flute's going to be coming after him? Gliders is going to crash to the ground. Meanwhile, it's just going to be a truck rolling right through the thick of it. It's going to be but no! We are just full on chaos mode. We've got 36 alive, and this circle's too small.
Are you not entertained? This is what we came for, and this is what the vehicles mode is all about. Don't get out of the vehicle if you want to keep your life, because right now they're dropping like flies. Blue Zone Zoros and Okrasama and Celion have been collecting kills here, 4 so far, and now they'll swap out and get the kill with the crossbow and immediately right back on the move.
I love this. They are just hunting. They are sharks right now with zero fear. Gonna go out into the blue zone for just a second. Can they follow up and connect? These close range fights get harder by the second, but I like the shift into the backseat. But oh, gotta be careful so you don't run over your own teammate. Instead, herd them out. Oh, shot, but no! He jumps out. Okrasama goes down. It's gonna be Mikey Boy that just plows into him and instantly flushes him out.
Oh my goodness, and look at this, the hard deployable cover coming through. Celion gonna try to find the shot. Oh, he doesn't land it on a Mikey Boy, but he's got some cover to work around here. But can he get back into the zone? No, they're hunting him now. Oh, the deployable covers are movable too. You saw the vehicle run right into it and knocked it off the side. So you gotta be even extra careful about that if you're using that as your only cover.
And now we are back into just trying to run over people, narrowly missing one. If you are on foot right now, you got to get on top of something because these cars are just going to try to run you over everywhere. Setting up a vehicle fortification can work, but you can see it can be demolished, slowly being bumped around. Snorlax, he was in the center of the circle for so long, but now he's got a ton of friends that are now joining around, circling by the moment. He's kind of the odd person out in this situation. Everybody hopping inside the vehicles now. Hillside firefights. Panzerfaust coming out. And it connect. No! Almost takes himself out.
Snorlax had the strat right there, and Stato almost got the Panzerfaust, or actually Toto, I'm sorry, the Snows. But Toto gonna stay alive for the time being, has that crossbow, but that is a long run, and not a run that you want to have to make when you've got so many wolves out here hunting for anybody on foot.
He's about to lose his cover, and uh-oh, aggro, it's Fury. Didn't see it. Taking the shot. Now there is a vehicle down in front of him. Maybe he can get to that and get to some type of cover. Snorlax's code point was an inside safe zone, so he's already had to hop into a vehicle and move. Otto just waiting at gets popped. Not in the head, but it's enough to make him scared. Trying to get some retaliation back in. The exchanges between them does go down, and it's going to be hack shots that it's it.
And we still have one glider on the field here. Favorites to lose. Brando Lane and Chuckles, of course it's Chuckles, as they have 0 kills, but they also have 0 of a lot of things as they fly around in the middle of this zone, just doing circles, seeing what they can see.
Like, I love that nobody's really going after tires at this stage. It's just kind of going for kills. You can see the bloodlust in the eyes. This circle does get tighter and tighter. This is going to be hard for the glider to stay in play, and then has to go down into be the chum in the waters down there, so we're gonna have to be careful. This is gonna be interesting.
You can see he just spotted 3 cars all sitting right next to each other, so that might be the play if they can land on top of that when they need to. But yep, everybody's still making the move. Did it just, what happened there? I'm not sure. But still this seat to seat swapping crossbow action. Looked like Campbell got somebody low there, but not the knock.
The circle is so small, it causes everybody to spin around. Oh no!
That's Rich.
Just gets bounded out. There was nowhere to go. All right, can you get an angle with the crossbows? It's close range. Can you exchange? Not going to connect too much, and instead just run for the hillsides.
I'm wondering if there's even any explosives left, as yeah, that is our invincible admin running around in the chaos right now. As oh, there you go, crossbow will get Chairman Will and Noob Rooter, as the tires have gone on Campbell's ride here. He's got to make a decision here. Do you try to switch it up? Do you take that risk?
Oh man, this is so hazardous to do at this stage. Taser in the hands for one. Can't recharge any electrical vehicles with it, no matter what people will tell you. Can we see this squad actually trying to get that res on top of that vehicle? I don't know.
It did.
Well
and they got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we take those. All right, TBT Boars trying to get that on the R right next to him, just misses. As all credit to them, they are sending they're sending arrows down range at a great pace here, as the glider is still managing to keep a tight pattern.
I love whenever you see somebody die in the car, just run off into the distance, empty with nobody inside of it. It's 16 alive, and this is the chaos. That rock going to be salvation for one, is at least getting above all of the action, but the moment that you have to get out of that rock position, boy, you have to jump down into just...
That's our admin. You can stay up there all
Oh, he's the only one that's on top of the rock?
Yeah, he's the rock man's.
Oh no, Squat's got one too, yeah.
Well, now Squat's there. Yeah, you see your admin, he's glowing. He's running away. Squad tried to take it. Oh no, the crash landing from fuck's sake last ground, and they immediately get set upon by Ama Llama.
Ama Llama's got goals back behind this one, just pushing through everything. Noob Brooder, oh my God, Atari gets a quick pick back onto Noob Brooder as well. So gonna just go ahead and jump out of the vehicle. Are they stuck there? Or is he just waiting? Are they stuck?
I don't know if he's, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Ama Llama looks like they are not able to move right now.
It's the glider?
So it might be a disconnect or the glider or something, but yeah, Ama Llama not even able to get out of the car. So something happened there, unfortunate there, because they were looking pretty good towards the end, but they are still in it, as we see last ground, still running around, and they only got a couple of vehicles left that have 2 inside.
And this is where it becomes a sumo wrestling match. You're going to be trying to push people into the blue zone or bait them onto the outside of it. Hackshot's still going to be on the hunt back around, but has to be careful. Every single time you pick around, you know that a vehicle is going to be coming for you, because got to beat in, doesn't want to overextend into this. But I like keeping his back right up against the blue zone. Try to keep an eye on all of the vehicles that are going to be in front of you, but you're eventually going to have to get into the middle of it all.
Hackshots, gotta be careful, gotta watch your back. And again, this is TPP, so they can kind of keep an eye on everything that's going on around. As the smoke walls are coming down, people are getting out of the cars. They're starting to get a little bit brave here. Hackshots still working the edge.
Okay, so you can see that I guess the wagons are circling right now, and Hackshot's on the outside of it. Doesn't want to get invested arrows just quite yet. Yeah,
so many arrows sticking out of that van.
Well, we can see that it's just a matter of whenever this starts to close. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's finally got a beat on it. It's going to be Llama, of course. Hackshot's just going to jump back in. He is the core, I guess, aggressor right now, but it looks like more and more people are starting to get mad at him. Doesn't even connect on that one. It's just going to be easy pickup. And now Hackshot's, the blue zone back behind him, going to start creating some problems.
Oh, they got to move quickly. Talarex still got 2 for this confused squad, and they look pretty confused as they have the center of the, at this point, almost just take center dot, right? And just kind of seat swap around as they go for the run. They get Hackshot so low, but it's not going to get the knock.
Oh, just right over, back and forth. Hackshots finally goes down. Raid boss eliminated. Everybody can get back inside their vehicles.
Here come the grenades.
And we see the survival coming out from a confused rolling with 2 right now. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going to be going on. Yep, Nate is going to be able to connect as well with the crossbow. Hop back inside the vehicle's got to be careful, but vehicle's starting to get pretty low on life. Means they can't start to explode. So it's going to be TBT Boars 95 in a very dangerous position. He's got himself a little bit of a cubby to play from, but going to be in front of him. Takes a big hit. Crossbow's now coming in full effect. We're in our top 4. It's a 2v2v 1v1.
Well, that's a headshot, but Talarix will go down as he gets instantly double shot by Cassie and teammates. Super Survivor are in a good spot here. They're going to make the push, try to see if they can get somebody running around while reloading. The ground is going down. Fury will find Talarix again as the smoke's now coming through.
Okay, starting to line up against each other. With the smoke, it's going to be very, very hard to see. We've still sitting at a decent amount.
Yeah, self-res that.
All right, so Cassie, what are you setting down? What type of fun you playing with? Oh, yeah, okay, I like it. Get yourself some cover.
We got the cover. We're rowing our boats, baby. Let's go. It's a 1v1v2, and you've got the smoke wall keeping TBT Boars alive for now, but he's gone. It's a 2v nobody because the only one that's left is our admin.
All right, what are you going to do to him?
Battle ready kit? Heal him up? Pan battle.
Yeah.
I like it.
The raid boss begins. Invincibility. Oh, he's waiting to click it off.
Turn it off.
There we go.
All right, here's how we celebrate the ending of today, as it is a pan battle for the victory. 1v1. I appreciate the duo keeping honest, keeping it a 1v1, honoring the tradition as 2 big hits come through, but that's a big hit from the admin as he gets him down to about the same amount of HP, both sitting on about 40. The flares are dropping. Another big hit from Fury as the the throw comes through from the admin and will knock him down, as now the admin has 8 HP. Cassie going for the throw.
Ooh.
Will not hit it. Is he invincible? Oh, he's invincible again. Okay, he's gonna heal up. Are we healing up? Yeah, heal up. Turn it into a true 1v1. Yes, the international dance to let them know what we're doing here.
Okay, so get meds back ready to go. The 1v1 reinvigorated Cassie on one side of it. See the prep in. It's going to be
she's ready to throw.
Admin on one side. The throw is risky, but it does connect. Cassie shuts it down and 1.
Super Survivor with the victory in the Mad Max Fury Grounds, and the victory against our godly admin with the perfectly thrown pan right to the dome. And that is how we will end today's day of Reddit custom games.
Okay, now we got to do all the math, get all the numbers together. It was very, very fun. I love the fact that we even got to see the Reddit admin getting involved. And guys, remember, if you were having fun today, go check out the Discord, go jump in. You can be a part of these games moving forward. The season just started, so the only one that you would have missed for your overall total points is just going to be today.
Absolutely. So go join that Discord, join that subreddit. Make sure you get in there and do all the things that Match told you to. But we are going to take a few moments to try to calculate everything with what has been a little bit of a wonky API today. So I'm not sure how long that's exactly going to take, but we will make sure you guys know exactly how many points everybody got. But what was your favorite thing from today, Matt? I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff to choose from, a lot of big moments, a lot of fun things that happened here today.
I gotta say, while I liked the cars mode is always one of my favorites.
I love it.
The gun swap mode was oddly very fun to watch. Just seeing VSSs at the start, the weapon selections, then them making the switch over to the links at the end was just, I don't know. It was fun.
That was actually that's up there for me for sure. Man, you kind of stole mine, honestly. But I gotta say, I think my favorite moment of the entire day had to be in game number 2 at the very beginning, right on drop, seeing all the flares go up into the air and all the planes just filling the sky over Miramar. That was something that I will remember for a while.
It was oddly just kind of beautiful whenever you see it go on. Also, big shout out to all of our streamers that were competing in here, as well as Alma Llama, the Real Super Door, Who Built the Ark. We can see you guys jumping in. Just make sure to give them follow if you see their names popping in chat. So if you guys are watching, feel free to just say hi, give me a follow over here, because we want to make sure that we're supporting everybody inside the community, because that's what this is all about. Just jump in, have some fun. You can join the community as well, like we were talking about on the Discord. But I'm really kind of curious. Do you think that anybody today managed to get mission number 3 where you only used 3 energy drinks and 1 painkiller? I don't think it was possible.
It would have been really tough if they were able to do it. You know, especially in I think maybe the final game might have been the best opportunity, because you're just kind of riding around in cars a lot, right? Like especially if you find yourself in the circle to start off. But yeah, just hit those 3 Red Bulls and 1 painkiller, and that's it. You're done. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if anybody did actually get that.
I'm still also just excited about the fact that we got a pan duel at the end. I'm never going to be mad about that one.
Love a pan duel.
Pan duels always make the heart happy, as the API is still continuing to be gathered. There's a lot of different game modes, but here's one of the questions I have. Have you ever played any of the death races where everybody has to line up and drive? It's the hardest thing to organize on the face of the earth, because trying to get 100 people to go to the same spot and then start at the same time is
like herding cats.
Is the thing. Yeah. But if you've ever seen them or done them, they're so fun.
I've only seen it a couple of times, but yeah, it's absolute chaos. But I'm all here for chaos, honestly. Now I'm thinking of, okay, so more custom games. What other custom games would I like to see? And I can think of 2 that I would like to see that are related. I want to see M4s and minis only, followed by barrel and Dragunov only. And I want to see 5.56 versus I want to see 5.56 guns versus 7.62 guns. Which do people like better?
Oh, so that was the only thing that drops inside of it, so we can pick.
Yep, that's it.
That could be pretty interesting. All right, so here we go. 4 teams, I believe, from the rounds going through this one. I don't think that this is overall.
Yeah, this was just this was duos, so this is just the last game. So you see Super Survivor at the top.
So it's going to be Cassie that is going to be walking away with 7 kills. Fury TV back behind that one is going to be walking away with 5, so 12 overall. Then it's going to be Confused with Telerex, as well as a TBT Boars on 95. Sapphire coming in 3rd, and then Alma Llama with Nattery going to be coming in our 4th place position.
And Alma Llama having a good match that time around until they ran into a fallen glider. And here you go, top 9 players from the season, which is just today, because this is the first day of the whole new season. It's Fury sitting at the top with 43 points, but Telerex right behind with 42, and Cassie with 41 in 3rd.
Big come up for Cassie off of that last game. TBT Boars on 95 in 4th place. Monty's in 5th. Hackshot's also having himself a big game inside the last one, as well as New Brooder, Moxor, and CDR 90. Going to be rounding out our top 9 for total points on the day.
And that is a pretty good amount of points in one day. We get 43. Not too shabby, but a lot of people right up there towards the top. So remember those. It's very important to try to get those in-game missions, because that's 5 essentially free points that you can get every single game. So we do have another one of these scheduled that is going to be coming up soon, but I think we'll let you know. Yeah, there you go.
February 22nd. Down below us there is just reappearing. So if you want to get yourself some points, or you didn't get enough points today, that's how you're going to do it. So February 22nd is going to be the day to keep an eye on. So if you want to get involved in some of these events, that's going to be how you can manage to do it. So Poro, that is all business. That is all of the games. Before we cut out, anything you want to say?
Again, it's so much fun to be able to see these custom games go on. It's so great that we have a community that's willing to put them on every month, and that they are open to anybody. So everybody in chat, make sure if you came in late and you're wondering what's going on, make sure you go and follow that Discord. Get on that Discord, get those notifications going, so you know when the next event is going to happen on February 22nd, and you can get in here and have some fun yourself.
Yeah, and before we cut out, just want to say, again, big thank you to everybody that's watching, everybody that chose to participate. This is all just community for fun. So I love everybody and appreciate everybody for getting involved, everybody that's running production back behind this. all the admins that make sure that Reddit is going every single day so we can stay on top of PUBG news, what's happening inside of it. Make sure you give everybody some love. We appreciate being invited and love the fact that we're starting to get to see more like intersections between what's going on in regular PUBG, PUBG esports, just all of the community coming together. So, I mean, it's just good times going ahead and moving into what's going to be a great 2025. So make sure you guys come back on February 22nd. There's going to be a ton of fun. Support your admins, support everybody that played, support the streamers that were involved, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for staying tuned in.
Can't sleep, yeah. Only miss you when I'm breathing in too deep, yeah. Am I just your little secret? I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't want to see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. I was so blind, waiting patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't want to see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave.
The return of Springfest, some updates to Sanhok, and a new gunplay labs. All this and more as we dive into the Update 33.2 patch report. First up, Springfest is back with a new theme. Inspired by Greek mythology, Springfest 2025 will bring a new crafter pass, progressive weapon skins, chromas, and special crafting items, all themed after iconic mythical creatures. There's even a new custom lobby skin to unlock. Keep your eye peeled for more info coming soon. Next, now that you've had some fun blowing it up, Sanhok is getting a couple additional updates. Sanhok's trusty loot truck is being reintroduced and will function mostly the same, except that there will only ever be 4 per match, and will spawn at designated locations shortly after the match starts, instead of starting from their garages. We're also adding the recall system to Sanhok based on your feedback. Recall fights will happen less frequently than normal due to Sanhok's smaller size, but try it out and let us know if we've struck the right balance. Speaking of balance, a new Gunplay Labs is opening up to test out upcoming improvements to weapons. In Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, you can drop into an accelerated combat environment to test out the new aim punch levels on each different weapon type. In this mode, the blue zone is faster paced, and there's more loot to be had everywhere to encourage more frequent encounters. For more information on Gunplay Labs Aim Punch, be sure to check out the patch notes. Update 33.2 is here, so practice your aim punch, track down the loot truck, and get ready for a spring celebration. We'll see you on the battlegrounds.